bank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledged knowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and norm when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? Seems like I just saw y'all, right? Seems like I just saw y'all a few seconds ago. What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? So I didn't plan on doing a show tonight, but since I'm here and I was having technical issues on the other joint, so I'm gonna try to work out the kinks and have a dope conversation at the same time. I already put the link in the chat. What I'm gonna do is straight up like try to have these next level conversations with y'all, right? Like I'm not gonna ask you like, you know, like the basic questions, you know what I'm saying? Like, should Jalen Brunson take more shots? Nah, I ain't gonna ask y'all nothing like that, man. I just want to talk to y'all, talk to my chat, who I love. I didn't rock yesterday, man, like I wanted to, but I have to at least take one day off. You know what I'm saying? It can't be like, yo, morning show, night show, 5 days in a row, 5 nights in a row, back to back. Sunday, jump on 2 or 3 joints. You know what I'm saying? So Saturdays, you know what I'm saying, I'll be trying to keep that from, and then Saturdays we was doing a big boss man roundtable. So it was like around the clock, 7 days a week. Right. So if I was coming off like a curmudgeon, you know what I'm saying? If I was coming off like a curmudgeon, man, my bad, man. You know how it is when you get worn down. You know what I'm saying? Like them R&B chick songs, like you worn down and tired. You know what I'm saying? And all of that, man. But so listen, here is question number 1. Here goes. I'm gonna ask you guys some difficult questions, man, and I want y'all to help me come up with the answers for them. So I want you guys to try to help me come up with the answers for them, right? Matt, so what's good, boss?
What's the damage is what I want to know. We know it's dislocated right shoulder, and at minimum, he's not playing tomorrow against Charlotte. What's the damage?
Right. So what you got?
I'm hearing
because I'm just gonna legit just have a high level conversation, man, and ask these difficult questions that we need answers for. So you got something already?
All I know is that at minimum, he's not playing tomorrow against Charlotte. I'm just hoping it's just for that and nothing else, unless they're being overly cautious, which means he could be out for the games against Utah, Los Angeles, and at worst, who do we get after the Lakers? No, who do we get between the Lakers and the Jazz? Double check.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But here's a question I have for the chat. Chat, should we go out and get a backup power forward just to have a backup power forward in reserve? Somebody that we can trust. a situational
Pacers.
backup four. Should we go out and get a backup four that's situational that we can play, or should we look to get a backup four to add to the rotation? Right? Instead of playing Josh Hart, instead of playing a undersized shooting guard at a position where he'll be undersized by other power forwards, should we go out and get a normal size power forward and let Josh Hart play some 2 and 3? Or do we just ride out this storm, hope Randle comes back at 100% and just hope the chemistry locks back in place?
I don't know. I mean, either way, worst case scenario, you got to have Hartenstein and Sims on the court at the same time. Best case scenario would be to shoehorn Achua into that 4th spot.
Yeah, I don't like any of them options, man.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you don't go the trade route.
Right. Yeah, no, I heard you. I heard you. I don't think Tom Thibodeau likes those options either. Precious, even though Precious to me has been playing the best basketball that he's been playing in a long time here with the Knicks. I think his field goal percentage has skyrocketed since he's been here with the Knicks.
Not to mention his boarding is becoming a bit beastly in a good way.
Yeah. So Precious is playing better, right? But Precious is not what you would consider a modern forward. Coach, what's good, bro?
Even Coach.
Salute.
Man, your microphone sounds crispy. So what do you think about the question that was asked? Did you get a chance to hear it?
And he cut his mic off again.
Yeah. Yeah. Craig, what's good?
Hold on, I'm getting situated.
Kenny Payne, what's good, man? Anthony 212 is in the building. All right.
I'm Ruthless Vandross.
What's good, man?
When did we ever have Amari Spellman?
Yeah, man. So Coach, what I was asking is should the Knicks get a backup power forward regardless, basically, instead of playing Josh Hart there?
Well, I think since we got iHeart back a little bit, I think a blend of having Josh Hart and OG, and then Precious might be playing some time there with iHeart in the rotation sometimes, I think. But to start the game, I think it's going to be Hart and OG, though.
Yeah, man. Ruthless Vandross is in the building.
Always and forever.
Boom. Yeah, man. I think it's something that we should consider. I don't know if it's something that's absolutely necessary, but I guess it depends on how the Knicks view or what the Knicks feel like their playoff roster should look like versus what they want their regular season roster to look like, and they don't have to be the same. Right? They don't have to be the same. And then to also what it costs you in terms of assets to get your playoff roster and your regular season roster. Like, what's it going to cost you? Chat, tell me what y'all are thinking. As a matter of fact, chat, let me ask. Chat, I'm going to ask y'all a real question, and then I'm going to put a poll on YouTube for you guys to see, right? I'm going to ask you guys, if I can get there, should the Knicks consider a Obi Toppin reunion?
That chapter's closed in my book.
Yeah,
Plus, I don't think Indiana's gonna. I mean, they're kind of in the hunt, and he's part of that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think that whoever's coaching Indiana now is stupid enough to give Toppin back? Not taking the bait.
Yeah, I think that response is not as thought out as think about what you're saying. If you think they're holding on to Obi like that, why would they trade for a guy that plays the same position as him? They legit upgraded at that position, you know, and plus Obi hadn't been playing the minutes you guys think he is. I would consider it. Because I would say consider all your options. Like before you close the door on anything, I would say consider all options. Yeah, Kenny Payne. Yeah, Kenny Payne said it too. Like Obi's not even playing that much in Indiana. Like what we think he's playing. I just the Siakam thing makes a difference in Indiana, in my opinion.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm thinking that it may have made him expendable, but we don't know. But if they make him available, would you consider it? I mean, I would. You know.
Okay, perhaps I consider bringing him back, but still, even then, much like it was with the 2 years Randle, like it was in 21-22, or the back end of last season. It's a short-term fix. Once Randle comes back, what do you do with him?
Same thing you do with all backup power forwards. They go back to the bench. Do you have an alternative, Mets?
I mean, other than what I gave when I first came in, no.
Well, what was refresh us on that? Like, what's the alternative? Just real quick.
I said worst case scenario. Oh, you have Sims and Hartenstein start with Sims at the.
No, I mean I'm talking about external options though.
I didn't have any external options. All I had were internal ones.
Right. Yeah. Those are what because I get what you're saying about the internal options, about maybe maneuvering things around, moving around the deck chairs a little bit, see if you can find a lineup that sticks. Maybe you hit a home run by playing certain guys together. Maybe they develop a certain mojo or chemistry or something.
The only other option I can think of externally is find a way to move that Fournier contract to get a power forward that could fit that bill. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean,
could we get
at this point
2 players from a team? And that, so if we included Fournier and Grimes, and a pick or two, you know,
what type of guy would y'all be looking for?
I mean, I guess we'd have to look at the landscape to see who is available for that. You know, like Detroit might have 2 guys they're looking to unload.
I mean, I heard someone. I saw that someone said Boggy at one point.
Right.
But I don't know if Burks and Bogdanovich help that.
At the backup 4? No,
Yeah,
I don't think they
don't help with that.
Yeah.
So
actually, what it does is it gives you duplicity, right? Because Burks and Josh Hart are kind of going to do the same thing. And Bogdanovich and Fournier are definitely going to do the same thing. Bogdanovich and Fournier, yeah. Lee, what's good, bro?
What's good, gentlemen? How y'all feeling today?
Man, I'm so frustrated with how the way the Lions threw away that game.
You're not the only one. That was my brother-in-law.
Oh my goodness.
They choked.
I guess that makes a lot of us, and I'm a Bears fan. I was rooting for the Lions.
I'm a Giant
I ain't gonna lie to you.
The blood tie. I was rooting for the Lions.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like trying to, but I kind of knew when I watched San Francisco from the beginning of the year. I kind of knew that they're gonna end up in that way. But I was trying to stick rooting for Detroit. One because of one of my really good friends. His father passed. He's from Detroit, and he was a big time Lions fan. So I used to always mess with him about the Lions. I finally see him do good, and then to get that far. And I like Dan Campbell. He's a hell of a head coach. That was
The
crazy. I watched that too.
the
Too
two
bad,
for oh,
too bad he didn't play it safe on 2 plays. If he did, the Lions would have won.
Play it safe. That man was going for it on
Field
4th down. He
goals.
did it on 2 times.
He said if he played us.
Man.
Typically going for field goals instead of going for it on 4th and 3. At maximum, you go for it on 4th and 2.
Right.
Man, this is the NFC. You go for it when you feel like you
what
got
about
the
Tyus
opportunity.
Jones and Gafford as the two?
Yeah, I like Tyus Jones and Gafford. I honestly would rather do Denny Avdija and Gafford than Tyus Jones, even though I like Tyus Jones. But in order to get 3 players for one team, now you're talking about tinkering with some of your rotation players. You know what I mean? Like you're not just going to trade Grimes and a bunch of draft picks for Daniel Gafford and Tyus Jones. Yeah, I got better things to do with draft picks than that.
Are we changing our what have you done for me lately feeling now that Grimes these last couple games seem to be doing a little something?
Me personally, I'm he's still on the exit for me.
Yeah.
You know, I just can't rely on him. You know what I'm saying? He's just not reliable for me.
Yeah. To me,
At this point, to me, I think we need reliability for the playoffs.
Right.
That's
To
what I
me,
mean.
Grimes is still on that midday train to Georgia. I'm leaving on that afternoon train to Georgia.
He'll give you those flashes of like, man, see, this is what I wish he can do, and then all of a sudden,
Yo, Big Tone is in the building. Big Tone, what's good? That's my guy.
In any case, Freezie, I'm gonna hop off and go to bed. You guys can carry this one on without me, right?
No, of course not.
All right, brother, salute.
All right, boss.
All right, man. Take care of yourself.
Tony has done it again. Feels good. Yeah.
Oh God.
Whatever you want.
Oh God. You got me cramping up, bro.
You didn't know what y'all didn't know I knew about that, did you?
No, man. Come on, man. We know
we know you, but it's just you know what it is when you bring it out, man. You man, what can I say? It tickles me.
Yo, I'm gonna do this. Hey, let me do this real quick. Let me introduce my man, one of my favorite people on YouTube. And hey, man, y'all show some love to my man, Big Tone. Big Tone, what's good, boss?
What's up, nephew?
What's happening?
You know what I'm saying? The Miami Heat is great. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And D Wiz, what's going on, nephew? First of all, let me start off with, man. Hope nephew Randall heal quick, because I don't want no excuses when y'all get this ass with me. I don't want no excuses. So I'm definitely hoping that he definitely, and this real from the heart. This ain't no joke. I hope he, excuse me, y'all. I hope he get healed, man. Man. Unfortunate where he came down and everything. And y'all Knicks fans, man, y'all cut the bullshit with that trying to blame your boy coward ass Hart did, to Jimmy Butler and a few people. So y'all stop that trying to blame Miami for y'all injuries, man. Y'all stop the foolishness, man. Real talk. It was just an unfortunate way he came down. Miami wasn't no dirty play, wasn't nothing. And you know what I'm saying? He came down the way he came down. Now, I don't want nobody injured. Nobody.
Yeah, right. No doubt.
Yeah, that was just a
care
free
what
gag.
team. I ain't gotta like your team, but I don't want
Now,
nobody
that was
injured.
an
I want
accident.
every team. Yeah,
Nah, I'm with you,
want
but I
every team
bet
healthy.
I bet not.
Right.
I bet you I
every
bet not
team
see Juan
healthy.
Wick nowhere. Hey,
And
I bet you Juan Wick don't want to see me in no street. I'm gonna just say that. I bet you if he see me in the street, I bet you he better walk on the other side. That's all I'm saying. I'm from the East Coast, bro. I'm from the East Coast. We handle stuff a little bit different.
I heard.
Yeah,
You know?
Baseball bat to the kneecaps.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I mean,
but
we play a little raggedy, man. We come with our differences. Go ahead, nephew. Go ahead. You speak. Go ahead.
As far as that injury, I mean, I'm on pins and needles about the MRI, because that's going to tell more.
Yeah.
But as a medical professional for over 20 years or more, if it was just one of those things where it came out and he strained the tendons and ligaments and the around surrounding, it could be like 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks.
Right.
That's best case scenario. But luckily, we got the All-Star break in there and some other, hopefully we can get him back with about 25, 30 games left. So he gets back in the groove again.
Yeah, hey, Coach, I'm gonna tell you, first of all, thank you, Big Tone, for jumping in with us, man. I was telling you last week, man. I'm not jumping up and down. I'm not throwing no parade, man. It's January, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's January, man.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not throwing no parades in January, bro.
Things can fall off quick. You never know in the NBA.
Yeah. You can celebrate too fast, or you know what I'm saying. You can get yourself together in this time. The Knicks have 36 games left, bro. I'm not throwing no party over no. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
I mean, last year we was all worried before the Josh Hart trade, and we still weren't thinking it was going to do nothing. Then all of a sudden, we started doing this.
Well, no, I want to say this. I really wasn't worried before the Josh Hart trade because we was already on a 3-game win streak when we got him. He just enhanced it. You know what I'm saying? So, I really wasn't worried about that. I mean, he helped us he did those little things that we needed to do to win games at the end of the season. So, with that said,
I'll tell you what we should be concerned about, though. And I think Miami should be concerned about this too. And Cleveland should be concerned about this too. DeJounte Murray is gonna get traded, right? And we don't know where, right? So
excuse me.
I think we should be concerned about what if DeJounte Murray gets traded to Orlando, right? What if Zach LaVine or DeJounte Murray get traded to a Philadelphia, right? Because what it is this stretch right here gonna see who the smart front offices are and who are the front office that always fumble around and don't do stuff right. Right? They got a week and a half. They got a week and a half to get themselves together, right? And the Knicks and the Heat already, the Knicks, the Heat, the Pacers already showed that they are willing to do whatever it takes to get ready for this playoff run. Now, what you haven't seen is Boston, Milwaukee, and Philadelphia. And there's rumors on the street. I saw something on Bleacher Report that Milwaukee is interested in a DeJounte Murray. If Milwaukee get a DeJounte Murray, it may be something that we have to look at, bro.
See, I'm built different. And I'm built different because of my team and what I believe in my team. I don't care who the hell go to Milwaukee, bro. I don't give a damn who go to Boston. Now I can only speak from a Miami Heat point of view. I can't speak from a New York Knicks. Now y'all might worry if Murray go to Milwaukee. I'm telling you something. Milwaukee is not who y'all think they are. They effed up when they got rid of their defensive core. They're not going to replace Drew Holiday. They're not going to replace. You understand what I'm saying? It's just something about
They
that
messed up
chemistry with Drew Holiday.
when they let Grayson Allen go.
Grayson
Why they got rid
Allen.
of Grayson
Exactly.
Allen? Yeah.
Exactly. So I know they want to replace it. Now I don't see. Now I could be wrong, but let me tell you something. The Dame thing. They made sure the NBA. Excuse me, y'all. The NBA made sure that Dame didn't come to. Hey, I don't give a damn who don't like it. Whatever. The NBA made sure that Dame Dollar wasn't going to get to Miami Heat. They know what problems that would have been. See, that's why the only letter went out from the NBA to discipline Dame and his management to stop saying that you only want to go to Miami was to them. Didn't no letter go out to James Harden and his management when he said he only wanted to go to the Clippers. Why? Anybody find that strange? Why? Because they didn't care about no Clippers. They did not want Miami. They know if Miami could do what they did last year from the 8th seed to the finals and get that piece that possibly we missing, which was basically just an extra score, they already know where we was coming from. So they made it their business not for us to get Dame Dollar. And that bum ass, and I'm glad he paying for it now, Joe Cronin. And the Blazers are paying for it 10 times fold now, and it's beautiful. So I'm when it comes to Milwaukee and Boston, bro, I'm just on a different level with them two garbage. I really am. And I told nephew Freezie about it all the time. I don't care about them two organizations, bro. I had fun with the Knicks with nephew Freeze and them, but them two organizations. Let me tell you something. They could get ran over by a bus, boy, and I swear to God, I'll go to McDonald's. I don't care. I don't care about them two organizations, bro. And I'm talking literally. It's from the heart. I don't care, and especially Boston. Especially Boston. Do y'all understand that that Jason Tatum, when they beat us, do you know they popped champagne in the locker room? He put it on his social media, bro.
What?
He put it on his social media. Yeah. They popped champagne bottles when they beat us in the regular season. And we got to play them 2 more times in the regular. We played them 4 times this year. We got to play them 2 more times. They popped champagne, bro.
Wow.
They popped champagne. And then the very next day, get their ass beat by Clippers by 40.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, Murray, I don't know. I don't think unless I don't see what Milwaukee can give them. What can Milwaukee give for Murray at this point?
I mean,
I can see Orlando, because Orlando got a lot of young pieces. So I can see Orlando, and the only reason that Orlando wouldn't get them is because if the Hawks don't want them, because both of us are all 3 of us are in the Southeast division. Right. So we're in the same divisions. Right. So I can see Atlanta not giving Orlando Murray. I can see that. I just don't. That's giving your competition hell, damn near the winning formula. You understand what I'm saying? But now I don't know. He might go out west somewhere if he gets traded. Well, the way he going in on the fans, I checked out his social media, Murray, boy. He going in on them fans, and I'm talking about he ain't using church language, Jack. He's not using church language against the Hawks fans. He going in on them Hawks fans, so I don't see him being. He might not be here. Yeah, he might not be there now. Where he gonna go? I don't know. I don't know.
And the thing is first of all, shout out to Atlanta. Atlanta is like my second home when we travel, when we go to games, and all of that stuff, man. Charlotte, Atlanta, Orlando, Miami. Shout out to Miami, all my people down there, Tootie and them. You know what I'm saying? Sister-in-law, all them Heat fans down there since day one. Bro, I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Atlanta fans be fair weather is some of them are fair weather as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like they like if you make a mistake in the second quarter, they'll leave. Lee, I'm telling you, bro. Lee, I'm telling you, bro. No lie, no lie.
You got too many strip clubs down the road, bro. They just leave and go to the strip club,
bro. The coach. Listen, man. I no lie. I was at Hudson's bar, right? I was at Hudson's, man. I probably drunk like 6 Bud Lights, bro. It's 7 Bud Lights, because you know when you get in the stadium, beer get expensive, bro. Inside the stadium, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I listen. If you got it, do it, right? But me, nah. I'm not gonna drive all the way from South Carolina and then go down there and then spend a
whole lot, right? Like crazy, right?
Yeah, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but bro, man, I was down there on a Saturday. I think it was a Saturday ABC a Saturday ABC game, right? Saturday night, right? During the season. It's like 2 years ago, I think. Maybe 3 years ago, right? So down there on a Saturday night, bro, the Knicks got like a 8-point lead, and you could see people in the corridor. Like the Hawks legit had an 8-point lead. The Knicks go on some kind of run. The Knicks get up by 8, and you see people in the hour. You know how you have your seats or whatever, and people you got to stand up, let people get by so they can go. And you like, yeah, what? What in the world? Yo, y'all leaving because y'all down by 8 on a Saturday night? But they must. In my mind, I'm like, y'all must have church in the morning or something.
Nah, they won't catch
that. How y'all leaving that early, bro? I don't get that.
They different.
Yeah, man.
They're different, bro. I mean, the fans is different, so they're going in on Murray right now, you know, and they won tonight, and they're going in on Murray. It might be by 1 point, but they won, and they going in on them, man. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, if it ain't Miami, I don't give a damn about it. You understand what I'm saying? So but that's what goes on, you know, with certain teams and fans, man. I call them win only fans, man. You know, they're always good when the team win, but when the team going through a little something, you know, like I said, I tell people all the time, Miami, y'all don't understand. Miami, boy, I'm going in with these bums. I tell Nephew Freezie, man, I'm going in with these clowns, man. I'm going in with these clowns, Miami, man. You know, don't get me twisted with my fans. I know these win-only fans, man. Because I like I told Nephew Freezie, man, we could win 81 games and lose that one game, and they'll tell you fire everybody. Because we lost, we 81-1. They'll say fire the coach, fire everybody. One game. I'm telling you, that's the fans I'm trying to tell you now. So I come across some delusional fans. Oh, Lord have mercy. I come across some delusional fans, man, because they think everything's supposed to go right. There's no such thing, bro. Wait, what kind of sports you watch?
Right. It's
everything goes right.
It's an 82 game season.
It's 82.
It's 82 games.
Man,
I was in your chat. I was in your chat the other day, and I think somebody thought I jumped in to troll. I ain't jumping in the trap, man. Come on, bro. In January, man.
Yeah, because they can't fathom it. Yeah, they can't fathom it. They feel like season over, you know, and they do it every year. And you got to remember, you know, they do this every year. This is an every year thing. You understand what I'm saying? And I it's to the point now I know them, because now that, you know, when you do shit long enough, you get to know who is who and what these people do and how they do and how they react. Because one time when I first did these streams, boy, I used to go in. It was easy to get Big Tone off his stump, boy. All you had to do was say something dumb, Jack. It was over. I went left quick.
I'll be telling Corey that.
Yeah, man. I used to, man, I would go left quick, boy. You know, and then I realized, you know, the difference between trolls and real fans. You know what I'm saying? So I learned doing these streams, everything, and how they do, because you got people that'll come over and they say and do shit just cause. So now I've learned who them people is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They ain't fans or nothing. You just got the trolls. And then you got those who legitimately hate your team. Oh, no, you got haters now. You got haters for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Every team has those people who really hate your team for absolutely no reason.
Kind of like how I hate Boston. Like how I hate Boston, bro.
No.
Ain't
there's a reason I hate Boston.
Huh?
I got a reason for Boston. The Jim Crow. I call them Jim Crow Boston. I don't like Boston. No, it's a reason with me. Yeah. I don't like Boston. Now, hold on. And I tell people all the time, let's get it straight. I'm talking about their organization and their fan base. Because I'm telling you, and Jaylen Brown just told him, and now Marcus Smart, now that he with Grizzlies, is speaking out, tell them how they used to do. They used to call the N-word, man. They used to go in on them, even when they was winning, bro. When they lose, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, no, bro. I don't know how y'all take that, man. But I get it. Is your business is a bigger picture? I get it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But I don't. And then the Bill Russell thing and what they had to go through and all that. And then now today they still, the Marcus Smarts and the Jaylen Browns, they still going through that nonsense today, bro. No, bro. I don't have no love for ball. I mean, absolutely none. I ain't saying nothing good about them bastards. I don't give a damn. They can go 2,000-0. They can win 19 goddamn championships. I will never ever say nothing good about them. Never. Because that's that type of organization. So but no, that's
and for them to allow it, to allow certain stuff. That's the thing that rubbed me the wrong way, man. Them dudes,
and that's it. They allow it.
They allow it. That's the thing that bothered me with Boston is what's allowed. Because at the end of the day, man, Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart and all of them, they were employees of the Celtics. They played for the Celtics, man. And y'all gonna let fans speak them like that? Come on, bro.
Fans do that to you? Yeah, Marcus Smart. Yeah, he's speaking out now. He telling how they used to do him, man. Yeah, and I'm like, bro, well, you better than me, bro.
Yeah, come on.
Because I've been up in that front office. And if the front office ain't do nothing about it, I've been in the front office and said, look, man, get me out of here.
Yeah, man.
I don't care what you paying me. Get me out of here. But I like I said, I get it. And now that he because then they backstabbed him. They did Marcus Smart the same way they did Isaiah Thomas, the son. Backstabbed him. Ain't even know he was being traded. he come show up next thing you know he traded to Memphis. So
they paid that man. Remember they was supposed to give him the extension.
$100 million.
They told him to get the surgery first.
Yep.
Remember he was like, "Nah, I don't want the surgery, man. I'm good. It's just pain. I'll play through it." They like it's gonna shorten your career. He's like, "Nah, man, I don't want the surgery, man. I just want to get this extension." They made him get the extension. The extension made him worse. He didn't get no money, and then they traded him.
And then they got rid of him. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's who they are. That's that organization. That's why I would never. That's probably guaranteed. That's one of the only organizations I would never ever respect.
No,
I just won't do it.
I thought you was gonna say because you dislike Cornbread Maxwell. I hate Cornbread Maxwell. Nothing, bro. Bro, him and what's the dude? What's the black dude used to wave the towel? What's my man name used to wave the towel?
In the college coach.
It was Carr.
ML Carr.
Carr. Yeah.
He come in. Coach, that man ML Carr came into a game against us and flagrant foul Darryl Walker on a layup. I know y'all probably don't remember Darryl Walker in all that stuff, man, but that man flagrant fouled Darryl Walker on the layup. And bro, the Celtics is up by 18, and the Celtics over there waving a towel like, yeah, man, yeah, no layup, bro. I would have fought everybody in Boston Garden, bro.
You don't know.
Bro,
You don't know.
you would have, bro. I would have fought everybody in Boston Garden, bro. Some stuff, and I understand back then, and
That's
Coach
just
and Lee, y'all probably remember this. This is before we were tough. This is when we used to be the soft team, right? In the Eastern Conference, back when cats used to have on a herringbone necklace at the game. They get fouled. They look at their
82,
necklace
83,
instead of getting ready
81.
to shoot free throws. Yeah. Oh my God, bro. We was awful, bro. And then we messed around and traded. We traded a pick to, I forget who we traded the pick to, but we traded a pick, right, to get Gerald Henderson from the Celtics. Come to find out he had a broken neck, and then the pick wound up being Scottie Pippen.
Wow.
I don't know how the thing worked out or whatever, but I know we got Gerald Henderson. Or no, I'm sorry, not Gerald Henderson. We got Ray Williams. Or we got Ray Williams.
Oh Lord.
And then the pick that we gave away wound up being Scottie Pippen. And so you like,
even back then we can't get right.
Yeah, we just couldn't get right, bro. We just trash. We just trash. But Dre, what's good, bro?
I'm chilling. Salute Freezie, salute Coach, salute
What's
Court,
up, Dre?
salute Tone,
What's up?
salute to the chat. I'm chilling, man. I wanted to say because the
What's up,
title of
nephew?
the stream, the title of the stream was about Randall. Ian Begley said that he did get his MRI last night, but they're like withholding the results. Maybe they're still doing testing as we speak, and they're also like factoring in there might be some swelling still in the area.
Yeah,
where they might not even know exactly what it is for the meantime. So we don't know. And maybe in my mind, this is my personal opinion, maybe they're keeping that to the vest because teams will leverage that in negotiations and trades.
Yeah.
If you leave that out there, if you throw it out there, oh, Julius is out for the season, then they're gonna be like, yo, give us some extra picks. We know you want him real bad, this particular player, or what have you. Like, see, like there's leverages for all sorts of things, and that might be a cause for them withholding information, at least about Randall.
I'm doing the trade regardless, even if I got to overpay those. I think.
Well, I mean, who it is? Who are we talking about?
You're talking about my yo. I've been saying the same trade. I've been saying the same trade for like 2 months, bro. My trade, is Tyler Hero and Kevin Love from Miami. I believe if we get Tyler Hero and Kevin Love from Miami, that make us championship. That makes us the champs.
But why would they get rid of Hero though? If they trying to do something?
No, he on the block. Hero is he causing right now the friction that's going on, the disruption that's going on, him being starting and not wanting to go to the bench, which I understand. They right now they would trade, but they're not giving up. They're not giving up Kevin Love. The veteran that we already gave up a veteran. They would give you right now where is that? And I didn't even think they would do this, but they would give the talk is they're willing to give up Tyler, Jorvik, and Caleb. So based on what we're getting back.
Caleb.
Based on what we're getting back.
He's basically expiring for and they won't bring him. They're not gonna bring him back.
Right, but that's what it is, because they don't want to, because he going right. He his money. See, they're not gonna, y'all gotta understand, bro. We got
he gonna act for 15, 16. He gonna act for 15, 16.
Yeah, we got the cheapest owner, Jack. Yeah. He not. So that what they're trying to do with Caleb, and it's not that we don't want him, it's a money move. See, it's not that we wouldn't want Caleb, but it's a money move. Right. So if they're able to get off before they pay him, and see what they'll put him in that package with Tyler.
But with us though, we're not going to give y'all players, right? And the thing that I'm thinking that gets us Tyler Hero and hopefully Kevin Love is a 3-team trade where y'all get the guy that y'all want, right? Mm-hmm. Whoever the guy is that y'all want for Tyler Hero. We help y'all get that guy, direct that person to Miami, right? And then we get Hero and Love, and then we give the team that gave y'all who y'all wanted, so y'all won't have to pay no extra, right? We gonna
Right.
pay the team that's gonna give y'all who y'all want. Say that player
The
is
player, whoever the players
Donovan
are.
Mitchell,
Right.
whoever it is. We gonna pay with
Right.
draft picks. We gonna give that team. We gonna get that team all the draft picks and all of that, and then what that gives us is a facilitator and a shooter that's not the prime, that don't have to be the primary guy,
It
right?
seems like he's
Right.
struggling with that role right
Hold
now.
on.
Like just watching him
Right.
play, he's
He-
struggling with figuring out how to be a facilitator and not be on ball as much.
Well, he's
but
not.
when
He's
you
not.
add,
He's not a.
yeah, he's not.
facilitator.
He's not. And like when you add like a
Yeah.
Rozier and Jimmy needs his touches and Bam, they orchestrate through Bam a lot. He's getting lost in the shuffle in that starting lineup, and it's like awkward.
Right.
Like when they play, it's just awkward right now.
Right.
But the reason, one of the big reasons that he's getting what he's getting is because Jimmy don't care about the points. Jimmy is, like
Yeah.
I said, we tell people all the time, Jimmy and Bam is two of the most unselfish. They too goddamn unselfish for us. But that's who Jimmy Butler is. Ain't nothing you can do. That's who Jimmy is. So that's why Tyler is able. So it's not no complaints. But when Tyler out there, you know, his chemistry and everything with them is showed that he's not a fit with the starters that's out there. He will look with this team now. He could be the perfect starter for another team.
Right.
But with
For
this
us.
team, he's the greatest six man that could be, and he still can get his $27 million, and he still get his starting minutes because his minutes still won't relinquish. He just be six man coming off the bench, and for some reason he can't see that. He can't see that just because you're six man. No, you're still getting starter minutes. Number one, and number one, you're still getting your money. That's always number one. You're still getting your 27 million, and number two,
Right.
you're still getting your starter minutes. You're still getting your starting minutes, so you're not losing nothing. The only thing you're doing is coming off the six man coming off the bench, and the team that you total control now. Because all Spo gonna do at this moment, when you're out there with this, when you the six man, all he gonna do is put another shooter out there with you, which is Duncan, and then he gonna put the three defensive guys around you, and then you control that second unit. But he don't see that. Let me answer my man. Hey, my man, I don't know who you are, but we don't want no goddamn iHeart. I don't HRM X great. I don't know who won Heart. I don't know who Miami Heat don't want no goddamn Heart. So I don't know where you get that from, my brother. HRM X great. Yeah. We don't want no iHeart, brother. We got personal issues with him. Yeah, that we gonna deal with. Trust me on that. Yeah. So no, we don't want
They're gonna deal with him like Tanya Harding.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah.
Who you
They
talking
can
about?
be.
Who you talking about? iHeart or Josh Hart?
Josh Hart.
That's
Josh
Josh
Hart. You talking about Josh?
He talking about Josh Hart. He got iHeart. He got.
Oh no,
Is he talking about Josh? Okay. Yeah. No. I don't know.
iHeart is Hartenstein.
What you talking about?
Yeah.
Hartenstein. Oh no, I don't
yeah.
even think. No, ain't nobody. Miami ain't never talk about no.
Yeah, I don't know
ain't
who's
nobody
doing
never
that.
talk about getting.
But the reason
Yeah,
why
I
I'm
don't know
saying
who
is,
doing that.
yeah,
No, that's what I was talking about. Blah 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 was to those people making up fake scenarios.
Oh. Okay, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing I'm saying about the trade that helps the Knicks the most, in my opinion, that one would be that. And the reason why, and people never hear me out on it. They all, as soon as I say it, everybody is always like up in arms. And I think the reason why they do is because a lot of them don't understand how basketball works, right? To the Knicks on a second unit, want to get out and run, but we have small guys that can barely space the floor, looking to grab rebounds and transition and run. But if you add Kevin Love to that unit, who's a great all-time great rebounder, he might not be rebounded at the same rate now, but historically he's a great rebounder. And the thing
he's still averaging like 10. Yeah, he's still averaging 10 for a veteran.
Yeah, and but the thing I love best about Kevin Love, though, the reason why I think it works is because he is one of the greatest outlet passers of all time. Like
Oh, he
Kevin
definitely
Love,
a quarterback.
grab a rebound and outlet that ball up the floor so you can get out and run. Right?
Yeah,
And
he
so,
definitely a quarterback. Ain't no doubt about
To
that.
me, we already got a guy like Hero.
but hey, hold on, coach. Let me
We don't
finish,
give him that
coach,
minutes
coach,
wrong.
let me finish what. Hold on, let me just finish this point just real quick. I did because every time I say it, I get cut off, and then people are like,
No.
"Yo, what you talking about, Kevin Love?"
I've been waiting for 15 minutes to talk. I've been on mute.
Coach, I just want to finish my point though.
Oh yeah, you can finish. Go ahead.
Just the point. Just the point. The point is that Kevin Love can rebound and outlet pass, but on that second unit, he can also space the floor with competent 3-point shooting on our second unit. Like you legit go from Jericho Sims and Precious to Kevin Love on that unit. Now you have the floor stretch where those guys that pump fake and drive to the rim can just drive to the rim. That's all. That's what I was trying to add to it, Coach, because I think what people, as soon as they hear Kevin Love, they think washed up big man.
Not me.
Mm-hmm. And that's why Miami not giving him up, because he's not washed up. He might be washed up in the sense of what he used to do, but Kevin Love brings so much more. That's what I keep telling young guys, man. Y'all
He's
gotta
a vet.
understand.
He's a vet. He's
this shit ain't all about points. Exactly.
Yeah, I think about a high IQ guy that can make the three. That's what I see.
Exactly.
And he doesn't care about
and that's what
playing
it
a
is.
ton of minutes. He just
He ain't
cares
gonna make
about
dumb mistakes.
He just cares about culture and being the vet for them. And I don't think they're gonna remove. They need that UD type guy on that team because UD's not there every day, even though he's part of the organization.
But what I was getting at about Hero is we got a discount Hero right now. We just don't run on the minutes that Tyler Hero plays. Dante does everything Hero does. Oh, tell me you don't.
Yeah, can Dante get you 25 a night?
If he played long enough.
I'll say.
I mean, I don't know. I just asked because of course I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
I'll say this.
Dante is shooting.
Go ahead. I was gonna say Dante is a very, very good role player in terms of playing off of the gravity of others, but on his own, he's not gonna break down the defense and create offense for others. Not consistent.
Neither is Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero averaged 20-something points,
but he's not doing it. He's not doing it breaking down the defense and getting things going for the others.
No, he did in past years. He's not doing it right now.
He's doing it because he can shoot the lights out and drive to the rim.
I'm telling you.
But
telling me?
Tyler this
watch
year,
the same games you do.
Tyler this year is not doing that.
Hold on. Right. He used to do that, but his name been in trade so much this year, and this is why I think they really are putting him on possibly the trade block, because this year Tyler is the most selfish Tyler Hero has been since he's been with us, bro. And Tyler, he on this mission where he don't care. He doing him. It's not about team no more. And that's coming across in the locker room. It's coming across through Jimmy, and everybody now is they talking about this. Tyler never been this selfish, but Tyler, everything you talking about, Tyler used to do. See, but this year, he don't care about defense. He has 0 defense this year, 0. It used to be at least a 6. It went from 6 to 0, and now it ain't about spacing. It ain't about all. It's about him getting his points. You know, but he already got his $27 million.
Dollar for dollar, I don't want him.
I was gonna say it feels like he's getting a little bit of Jordan Poole in his game, where he's just feeling himself around an organization.
Perfect.
He got paid, and then he's just like, I don't care. I got my money. I'm gonna be who I am, who I want to be.
I don't care. Yep. Perfect example. And you know what he gonna end up being? He gonna end up being like Jordan Poole or doo-doo, because ain't nobody gonna respect him no more. And look at what Jordan Poole doing over there in Washington. Nothing. And don't nobody respect him no more. They used to try to stand up for him ever since that incident with Draymond Green. Now they finding out, and now you can see, no, nigga, that was your arrogance. Now I still don't agree with Draymond did, but everybody's saying now, fool, that was your arrogance. And now look at him over there with the Wizards. He is literally doo-doo, bro. This dude is literally doo-doo now. Arrogance will do it every time, and that's where Tyler going.
I think Harold still has a ton of talent, absolutely, and it put him in the right organization.
Yeah, I'm not doubting that.
Yeah. Like it's just I'm looking at it from a point of view from how the Knicks operate, like from a theme wise. And if you've noticed, every move we made, it's to compliment Jalen Brunson.
I'd love that shooting, when he's on. Obviously.
Oh yeah, like
not for that price.
How much does he make? Like 25 a year, 26, 27,
right?
Somewhere in there.
27.
If we're gonna take on a dude that costs that much, I might as well give what I gotta give to get Murray, bro.
I was gonna say, like, to Freezie's point in terms of like bringing Hero here, I'm not even against it. I'm thinking more of like the theme that the Knicks organization has, which is like they go out their way to get complimentary players for Jalen Brunson, and if you don't compliment him, they don't know exactly how you're gonna fit. There's a reason why we gave up what we gave up for OG, because he's like a perfect fit and he slides right in. There's a reason why we target particular types of players, and we try to bring in defensive-minded guys, plus defenders like Josh Hart or Dante. Even though there are his friends, they fit a particular mold and build where you're trying to hide the fact that Jalen Brunson is 6 foot and can't really play defense at a high level. They're trying to figure out ways to hide him, and I don't know if they'd be willing to take that risk to bring on Hero where he doesn't exactly fit this quote-unquote mold of a player that you can just plug next to Brunson. Now, from a basketball point of view, I think they could work depending on who the coach is, right? But it's hard for me to picture the front office or like a coach like Tibbs being like, I want Tyler Hero here. I don't know if Tibbs would be all the way for that personally.
Yeah, I don't see East, especially us. I don't see no Miami and Knicks doing no deals.
They probably sent him to the West Coast before that.
Coach, what's that? Sierra 617. How you gonna say somebody better than somebody who don't even get in the game? who probably averaging what 5 minutes man, come on, man. Y'all stop it. Dante better than Hero. Hey, bro.
Yeah,
stop the foolishness, man. I told you something.
I didn't say he was better.
Man. I told y'all, bro. No. I'm talking about is that you?
In the chat. No.
I'm talking about the guy in the chat.
Coach CR is not Coach.
No, I'm talking about the guy in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about the guy named Coach Sierra 617. In the chat.
But no, Dante averages 24 minutes a game usually. But I'm saying he's only had over 30 minutes twice. One game he had 38 points. Another one he had 19 when he played more than 30 minutes. Like he comes out of the game so Josh Hart can come in and get some run, and Grimes,
So you're going to see extended burn of him now. Randle out though.
But he's already shown when he can get hot quick. I mean, he's lighting it up to me from the outside.
But that's where it start. It start with it got to be consistent. You got to put these guys in consistent. That's our problem with Spo, man. These young guys got to be consistent. You can't put these guys in and give them 5 minutes and think they're supposed to be Michael Jordan. In 5 minutes after they done set out 50-20 game or the whole season. Yeah. Then you put them in, you stay ready, stop from getting ready. No, that's cute. That's cute. But, you got to give these guys consistency so when that time comes, they're able to play, man, and they're able to have that rhythm and that chemistry down with the vets that are out there. You can't just give them up for 3 minutes and 5 minutes, take them out, then you take them out, they don't play for another 5-10 games, and then you put them in, think they're supposed to be Michael Jordan or Kobe when you put them in for 3-5 minutes, and if they don't, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man, y'all, you've been coaching too long for this foolishness.
Right.
But that's the way they coach. That's how the old coach do.
And just real quick on the Dante DiVincenzo and Tyler Hero thing, I honestly do believe that we got to relax on that just a little bit. I mean, up until, for one, Dante DiVincenzo for his career is 42% from the field, and 37% from three. Right? We got to relax on the thing. If we don't like
I just care
Hero,
what he is for us, though.
He's like complimentary, but he's not better. He's just more complimentary. He's not better than Hero, but he might fit us better for what we're trying to do right now. But he's not better than Hero. That's not true to me personally.
Yeah,
Just
that
not as
makes
talented.
sense because sometimes it's just a fit. Right. Sometimes it's just a fit.
Right.
Right. But Miami gonna do what we gonna do, baby. We play y'all 2 more times. I'm ready to get up out here, but we play y'all 2 more times, man. Y'all relax.
That was it. That was the
this
season
year
series.
No,
The season series is over. We don't play y'all no more.
no, bro. We only played y'all twice.
3 times. Wait, is it? Hold on.
Bro,
I'll
we
check.
only played
I
y'all
thought it was
twice.
over.
Oh, it's one more time.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
but we won the
Oh,
first
one
2
more. I
series.
thought it was 4, but it's one more. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I thought it was 4 this year. Yeah, but it's one more. Okay, that's cool. Well, we play y'all one more time, just like we play
We go down
Boston
to
2
South
more
Beach.
times. Oh, that's who it is. That's who it is. We play Boston 2 more times and Milwaukee 2 more times. That's who it is.
And
Yeah.
and so the thing is
And
that I'm trying to get people to
Brooklyn 1 more
understand
time.
though is with the Dante and the Tyler Hero thing, one dude is a spot up shooter that plays off the ball for real, and the other is a playmaker with the ball in his hand that averages 20 points a game. And the other thing too about Tyler Hero that people are not really giving any credence to is that every year Tyler Hero plays with a different point guard. Every year. And I know people are going to say, well, no, Kyle Lowry has been there. Yeah, last year Gabe Vincent was the starter. Right? And then who was who's the starter at point guard the year before Gabe Vincent? It was somebody who started between Kendrick Nunn and Gabe Vincent, right?
It had to be Kyle because Kyle had a 3-year deal.
Okay.
And then Kyle got hurt last year.
Kyle came in 20. No, Kyle came in 22. Yeah, it was Kyle 22.
Yeah.
It was
and
Kyle.
Kyle's was expiring.
Kyle
right
came
now,
in 22. Yeah.
So
they gave him like a 3-year, $90 million type contract.
Right. This year.
Yeah, so,
right.
Yeah, but my point, the point that I'm getting at is Miami had another exodus of core players leave, right? Another exodus of core players leave, and then people assume that Miami, Tyler Hero included, is supposed to just move on like nothing happened. Dudes legit left Miami, went to different places. Right, these dudes need time to gel and get their kids. So when you look at Tyler Hero and things not really go right, and you kind of criticize his game from a distance, what you don't understand is that if the Knicks had guys leaving every year, whether it's a Max Strus or a Kendrick Nunn, a Gabe Vincent, whoever it is, right? You need time. Cats need time to gel and play together. Right, and so just to say that, Tyler Hero,
the same way with Terry Rozier, right? It's the same way with Rozier,
and now
he just got there. It's only been 3 games,
right? And now Tyler Hero has another point guard that he got to learn to play with.
Point guard that he got the feeling, right.
That's what I'm saying.
But if he good, it's like any. Sometimes I'll be reading these things. I just laugh at these dudes who say dumb shit. First of all, teams get rid of good players all the time, young man. What the hell are you talking about? If he's so good, why they trade? Teams get rid of good players all the time. What are you talking about? Teams get rid of players who average 28, 29 points a game. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Come on, man. Y'all got to stop being emotional, bro. Stop being emotional. If you don't like Miami,
traded, man.
That's fair. Exactly. Drew Holiday got traded. The number 1 juggernaut. Exactly. The number 1 juggernaut defensive player and scorer. What the hell are you talking about? Good players
Damian
get
Lillard
traded.
got traded. Kevin Durant got traded.
Brother.
Kyrie got traded.
Exactly.
James Harden got traded.
Come on, man.
I mean,
multiple. James Harden got traded multiple times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Multiple times. All these guys, rather than one out. Yeah, but stop being emotional. Come on,
Obi Toppin got traded.
Obi got traded.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got traded.
Yeah, man. And so Dre,
exactly. So, but I get it. I get it.
Basketball like when we talking about the essence of basketball, bro, I think a lot of times we forget a lot of stuff because
There's
people like
nuance.
feed
There's a lot of
random,
nuance to these
yeah,
things.
they feed random narratives. Like they don't really even look at the fact that
Mhm.
for one, Tyler Hero and them dudes play a ton of games, right? Every year, right? Most teams they're gonna
Right.
play 90 games or so, right? If they lucky, they're gonna play 90 games. For teams in our
Mhm.
category, we're gonna play about 90 games, right? The
Right.
82 and then a playoff series and some change,
And
right?
then the
Every
playoff
year,
series, right.
yeah, and every year Miami going to the finals. They playing 100 something games and do all that wear and
Right.
tear on the body. It don't matter if these cats are young or not, right? The wear and tear
Right.
only. Oh, Josh Hart went to one playoff series and now he complaining about his knees. One. Coach, Josh Hart went to one playoff series. Now he complaining about his knees, bro. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is,
I'm not used to being on a good team and playing extra
yeah,
games.
all that time, yeah, yeah. And so what I'm saying is, before you throw Tyler Hero, before you throw him out with the bathwater, just consider all these factors, right? Because for them, they be factors, but for when we start, I'm sorry, for them it be excuses, but when it happened to us, it be
Mhm.
factors. Well, you got to take into account that when it happened to another team, it's excuses. When it happened to us,
It's
is
excuses. Yep.
factors. You know what I'm saying? I think we got to relax on Tyler Hero, bro. We trying to throw Tyler Hero out with the bathwater, and we the team that drafted
and I'm
Jr.
not saying that Miami going to get rid of Tyler. I'm just saying the truth of the matter is, for bargaining chips, sometimes they put them type players. You'll hear about the rumblings that they put them players on the trading block. That don't mean they're gonna get rid of them. It could have some type of effect that, hey man, stop it with the devotee shit. You see this? I'm putting your ass on the block. Now they might never had no intentions on trading Tyler. It could be just that, hey man, remember, motherfucker, we got rid of LeBron, nigga. We got rid of LeBron. So don't you think your ass can't get rid of? You feel me? So and that sometimes it could be just a mental thing. It ain't always,
Hey, coach, sometimes
we'll
dudes just need
see.
to change the
We'll
scenery,
see.
bro.
Yeah, that's all.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Sometimes
all.
dudes just
Yeah, that's
sometimes
all.
bro, man, bro. I'm gonna just say it like this, bro. We grown men, bro. Sometimes we get fed up. Sometimes we just go outside and smoke a cigarette, bro. Just need, we just need to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just need the little mental, you know what I'm saying? You can't act like everybody be so perfect all the time. We got to remember that we dealing with human
Yeah,
beings.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
You
yeah,
need that
man.
5 minutes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cass is acting like these dudes is built out of diamond dust. Nah, bro. These people human. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the thing with
Yep.
Tyler Hero, and I understand the thing with Dante. That man, listen, Dante seems like the perfect team player, right? This is our
Mhm.
first year with us. Through the first 50 games or so with Dante, we feel like he a perfect fit. He a Knick, right?
Mhm.
But before we commit to Dante like that, let's see what Dante do with us in the playoffs, bro. Before we
Yeah, because
submit to
pressure
Boyd,
but spikes.
yeah,
Yeah, see, pressure but spikes, bro. That's the part that people don't get. See, Tyler Hero already is proven. You ain't gotta like him. He's proven he can handle that pressure. Before he went down, he was averaging 20 points a game in the playoffs. So you ain't gotta like Tyler. You can think he garbage all you want. That's fair. Everybody else call him garbage and all that. But yeah, you don't be garbage averaging 20, 25 and 5 in the playoffs. So it is what it is. I mean, y'all can take it how you want it. You understand what I'm saying? But sometimes, like you say, it's just, they got to move on. Things happen in the locker room. Things happen in the front office where, you know what? I don't give a damn. He was averaging 30, 40 points, man. It's time to move on. Because you got to understand, we drafted Tyler, 14th pick in 2019. In 2019. You understand what I'm saying? So he been here. No, 2020. He been here 5 years. 2019, 2020 season.
Nah,
Yeah,
y'all
so
got
he
him in
been here
19.
5
Y'all
years.
got him in. Y'all got him the same year we got RJ.
Yeah, 19. Yeah, and that's it.
And then he
Right.
was 19.
And 14th pick. Right. The 14th pick. So yeah, y'all gotta, sometime motherfuckers just move on. Don't make no difference how good it is sometimes. So I mean, it is what it is. Look, we got our problem. We got our defensive problem. Like I was telling Nephew Freezie, man. Look, even when we was winning, our defense was bad for some reason, and that's one thing I never had to worry about with Miami. I never had to worry about with Miami was our defense.
Right.
But this year, something could be supposed divorce, could be what I'm saying. But so our defense is a little tacky right now. But ain't nothing I'm worrying about because I said it on every stream I go to. We going back to the finals. Ain't nobody gonna stop us, bro. Y'all ain't gotta like what I say. See, I said, and one thing about me to all the people who's listening, and I know that's all right. I lose everybody. I lost everybody last year. So don't worry about it. Because see, one thing about Big Tone, let me introduce myself. One thing about Big Tone, I don't wait till we do good to make my bets and say what my team gonna do.
All right.
I know we 6 down. Same with last year. We was doing even worse last year than this year. And I told them what we was gonna do. I know my team. You take it or leave it alone. Now anything can happen now, that caused the derailment, but I'm sticking to it. And when I say something, I don't change nothing just because it don't happen. I know my team, I believe in my team, and I stay 10 toes down, but I don't just say it verbally. I put my money behind it.
Well, who
that's
does
what Big
here?
Tone do. Yeah.
Who's doing
I
that
put
here?
my money behind it. No.
Like,
I'm not saying y'all.
I don't
I'm not
understand
saying
what
this
you're
the way-
defending,
yeah,
though.
No, he's reading the
Oh, no,
chat.
it's
reading
people.
the chat. It's
Yeah,
reading the chat.
Right. The chat. Yeah, not the guys on the stream. I'm I'm introducing myself to many of the chat guys who might not know me
He did say
as
he
a
was
Miami Heat
introducing
fan.
himself, man. So
Yeah, to the people in the chat who think I'm just talking. No, if you go to Big Tone Open Sports Talk, I come on every day, 3:05 and 9:30, twice a day. You come on, listen to Big Tone. And I don't back down. I don't change it just because we're doing bad. And I stand on what I believe in my team and what it is. And if it don't work out, hey man, it don't work out. Because things do happen. Shit do happen, trust me. But one thing I know,
Tone, but this is the thing that I want to get, man, where I think NBA fans and some Heat fans get a few things twisted, right? So thing number one is the Miami Heat give up the 7th fewest points in the NBA with 30 teams. So it's only 6 teams in the NBA that give up less points than the Miami Heat, right? And then there's only one team in the NBA that gives up less shots in the NBA. That's the Orlando Magic. Right. So while there is a conversation about defense and field goal percentage and who's playing hard and all that stuff, the end result is the Miami Heat generally hold people to about 111 points a game, when a lot of teams in the league are allowing 117 points a game. Right. And Tyler Hero is a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Knicks since January 1st, since our first OG Anunoby game, has the best defense in the NBA to date. Now things may change or whatever. Who cares?
I think y'all behind Clippers right now. Or you could be number one. I'm not, don't quote me. I know it's either you or Clippers or you. I know y'all 1 and 2. So whoever first, I don't know. But I think y'all is y'all and Clippers right now since December and January. So man. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, bro. I know it's only 30 teams. It's only 30 teams in the league. I know we number 40 in defense right now. And there's only 30 teams in the league. So that's what I do know right now. I don't know about anybody else. I know about the Miami Heat right now. Yeah, it's only 30 teams in the league, but we number 40 in defense right now. So now you can take it how you want to take it. See, Big Tone, one thing about Big Tone, he also damn sure real when it comes to his team. Yeah. Right now we number 40. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Now figure that one out. Yeah, that's how bad we doing right now with our defense. Yeah, D we is.
And so,
Oh, D we
and,
is.
and
Yeah, yes, sir.
and so,
Yes, sir.
Coach, I'm not trying to throw Ginger away, right? I don't want to give you the impression I'm trying to throw.
No, I didn't think you were.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
that that's another guy that takes minutes from him. But it's like they do the similar things. Is what I mean.
right.
Like if we're gonna bring someone and put Dante on the bench, it's got to be someone that's take some ball handling responsibility from Brunson
Right.
when he takes a break.
And that's what. Yeah,
that's just one of my things. I mean,
that's Tyler Hero, bro. Tyler Hero's a ball handler.
he just
bro.
hadn't shown me that this year, man.
Yeah, Coach. I promise.
I've seen him do it. Trust me, I follow him because I'm a little lighter skinned.
I don't know, bro.
I tend to check
say
out the
Tyler Hero
the
is
white
not a
boy.
ball handler is concerning.
Shout out to Coach.
I noticed them white boys playing. You know what I'm saying? Like I follow Tyler.
I'm just saying that's just concerning to me, bro. That you think Tyler Hero is not a ball handler, bro.
I didn't say he's not a ball handler, but at that price tag and what he's expecting and what, as far as a rotation is concerned, I just don't think it's worth the price.
Well,
That man.
Okay. I don't. Well, I don't think we have to worry about it because the Miami is not going to deal with the Heat, and the Heat is not going to deal with Miami. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about nothing.
Have the Knicks ever made a trade with the Heat?
I don't see it. Not that I know of. Not that I remember.
They only traded with punches.
Yeah, that's how they got Pat Riley. We traded the Miami.
I'm talking about after.
Oh, you talking about coach? You talking about coaches? I can say.
Yeah, that's how we got Dante Jones.
Yeah, but
we got Dante Jones. We had
okay, but yeah, okay, but that's coaching, man. I'm talking about heads up, deal to deal, doing time, players for players. Yeah. We got the benefit of that. No, we ain't never do no player to player pick. At least I remember. I've been a Miami Heat fan since day one.
To the group of fans here, the Knicks fans and the ones on the panel too. Like, if you want to talk about a group of people that have been sticking it out through tough times, like you've been fortunate, you've been relevant a lot compared to us over the last 20 years. Like the Heat's been one of the model franchises for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's easy for you to be all like, oh, I'm gonna stick to my team. Trust me, we've been trying to stick to our team. It's hard to do. It's hard to stick to this.
But you got to talk about Tone. Tone was down probably there with them when they were in expansion, when there was nothing.
Oh no,
that's probably
when they
that's
they
probably
won.
why you picked it up.
Baby Jordan.
Harold Miner.
Yeah.
Harold
when
Miner.
because Washington took my team. Yeah, Washington took. See, I'm from Baltimore. Washington took my team, the Bullets. So when Washington took my team, I was. Yeah, I was. Oh my God, boy, I was just. I ain't play that. I was not going to be no Washington nothing fan. Under no circumstance was I going to be nothing to Washington. That Baltimore Washington thing, sometimes is real, but I wasn't going to be Washington nothing. So I just waited it out. I just stuck to my Miami Dolphins and my Georgetown Warriors. Now I ain't know if Miami was going to get a basketball team, of course, until the rumbling started talking in '86 and '87, and they was talking about when the NBA talked about expansion. And so when I heard that I was getting a basketball team, I'm already a Hurricane, I'm already a Dolphin. Oh, it was only right. They done took my team too. Oh no, bro. I ain't going nowhere else. They get this team, and then when I found out that we got it was only right. I became a Miami Heat, and that's where I've been ever since. 36 years, 55 years with the Miami Dolphins. Yes, sir. 42 years with the Hurricanes. So, yeah, I'm Miami everything. And people are like, hold on, bro, you ain't no Ray. You from Baltimore? Yeah, bro. I ain't never been no home team except the Baltimore Bullets. That's the only home team fan that I ever had was the Baltimore Bullets.
If you look over my shoulder, I was born in New York, but I moved down to Florida. I used to stay in Cape Coral, Fort Myers area. So,
okay.
I kicked the Giants to the curb when I was like 12, 13 years old. Because when I first moved down here, I wanted to root against my dad. My dad was a Giants fan. I was like, I'm gonna root for the Bucks. He's like, you gonna root for the Bucks? They're horrible. I'm like, I know, but I'm gonna root for them. And there I was in 89, 90, rooting for the Bucks in the creamsicle jerseys. It was a long time.
There you go.
Finally, John Root.
Lesson learned.
There you go.
Came to town, was patient.
So yeah, man.
You know, but I stuck with my Knicks and Mets though. But
it hasn't really paid out just yet for the Knicks.
Yeah, so I'm trust me, I've been patient. I mean, when I was living in Florida, I always, you know, I've been to the Heat and Magic games a whole bunch. You know, I just happened to watch the Knicks when I went. But no, Miami is just a weird sports town, man. They ain't in a rush to get to the stadium.
It is.
They just
no, man, they don't show up. People don't realize. See, that's why I be telling Freezie. You gotta understand, man, you know, first of all, we really wasn't a basketball town. It was always Miami Dolphins. So when
really the Hurricanes
and it just really just the 2000s.
And the U.
Yeah, and the Hurricanes, right.
The whole state is just
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it was slowly.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Bully.
And then when
what up, what up, Big Tom? What up, sir? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. My time is real limited.
What's up, homie?
What's up, Big Tom? How you doing? Much respect to you, man.
Good.
What up, Coach? Coach. What up, Coach?
What up, Freezie?
What up, Dre? What up? That's CL back there. What's going on? Yo, what up, Soulfinger? Peace. Look, I just want to say something real quick. Freeze, my man, I love you and everything. You know what I'm saying? I sat here and listened to a whole bunch of 30 minutes about Miami and Hero and all that crap down at the 305. I don't give a damn about Miami. Bro, you have put y'all out here.
Hold, wait. Hey, Billy, what I see, bro? I be talking to y'all about coming in here hot, yo. Be coming in here hot. That shit be whack, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be coming. I don't give a fuck, bro.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I'm looking for y'all. I'm looking for you. I'm not.
Y'all be busting.
I'm not mad. I ain't mad, bro. I'm not mad. I jumped on your joint. I jumped on the joint so I can hear your take.
And then one dude walking around.
I jumped on the joint. I jumped on the joint so I can hear your take. I hear my man talking 30 minutes about Miami.
This is why the channel be. This is why the channel be whack and don't be growing.
I'm not mad, yo. Don't take it like that. I'm not disrespecting you or whatnot. I'm just trying to hear. I just want to hear your take,
but you don't want to hear what they got to say. If you didn't want to hear it, then click the fuck off.
Yeah, no doubt. I got you. But like I said, I ain't coming here disrespectful. Y'all giving out rose petals to homeboy, man. Come on, man. Doggone 30 minutes of hearing about that, man. I want to hear your take.
I don't care. So
you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad with you. It wasn't that we ain't got no problems. I'm just expressing what I
It ain't even no peace, no nothing. Ain't no brotherly love or no nothing. You just coming in here hot on one, bro. Just coming up, spraying up the room, being mad disrespectful to the people in the panel.
I said everybody name. I said what's up, peace.
Yo, come on. Come on, bro.
I said salute.
See what I mean?
I said salute to everybody up and down the panel. I said salute to the chat.
Yeah.
I ain't disrespecting you.
And I'm
letting you know. Hold on, Tone. I'm let you have the floor real quick.
I'm sure not expecting you to love Miami.
Point. I understand about Miami. Y'all wasn't no basketball town. Y'all primarily a football town. This is not a disrespectful thing or nothing like that. I'm not really like trying to come in here hot. I'm not even trying to Freezie. I ain't even mad at you, homeboy.
I'm not. What I'm saying, bro, is Bully. I don't never come at you like that, bro. Right, I ain't never came in.
I apologize. If I came in hot and wrong, I apologize. If I came in hot, I'm a grown ass man, just like you said.
All I know is
I will apologize.
But you talking to men, bro.
Freezie averages about 4 to 6 hours every day.
I know you
straight New York. We're so desperate for New York like content.
Yeah, and I'm thinking
like
not
real
my man, bro. My man.
If we just sway off,
man, this dude is supposed to be my brother, bro. This dude.
If we just sway off like another take from another team for about 20, 30 minutes, that's straight. I mean, I was right at my edge of all right. I'm overhearing about it now, but like
I'm done with it.
I gave him his 20, 30 minutes. And I kicked back. Now I'm ready for some Knicks talk. But I respect him. I gave him his time.
Yeah, respect to Big Tone. I ain't disrespecting him. I'm just saying, all right, how much longer we gonna talk about it? People got things to do.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it's Sunday, but people got
no
work in the morning.
Freezie. I'm
that's fair. But I don't Big Tone.
I ain't coming out like that.
Come on, bro. I mean, I'm saying, bro,
right,
do I not just, bro? I sit up here and open my arms. Yo, it's open
yes, you
arms
do.
To everybody,
yes, you
bro.
Do. Yes, you do.
All I ask is that we be respected as individuals, bro. Come
Fact.
on,
okay. All right, I apologize then, but I'm just saying, come on, bro. How long? How much longer?
Bro, until we feel like stopping.
All right, my dude. All right.
We were actually pivoting to talking about the team comparisons, but then you brought it up again. So
the Knicks.
Big Tone.
I'll leave it alone. I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy.
Do I ever come in hot on your channel when I come up and be a guest on your panel? Do I ever come in?
No,
and your channel.
And he can talk about the Knicks on my channel.
Yeah, no. I watched the channel. You got a good channel.
And he talk about the Knicks on my channel. I don't have no
I have watched your channel. Yeah. You have a good channel. But I mean,
let everybody talk.
I wanted to hear the dead weight that Freezie was talking about, and then boom, 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 it transformed, and it was exciting for a minute. But now come on, bro, let's get back to the blue and orange. Let's get back to that. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to bed, man. I'll be the bad guy. I apologize to all the grown men and all the grown people in the chat. My fault and whatnot. But I just want to know what's going on.
But let me jump off, nephew.
I'm not speaking.
I appreciate you.
Miami Heat fan, dog.
Yeah, man. Hey, no doubt. Hey, Big Tone, thank you for coming through, bro.
My bad.
That's fair. Let me close with mine, man. I'm not looking for you to love no Miami Heat. I ain't come over here for no love on no Miami Heat. Hell, y'all
you ain't gonna get nothing on me,
but beat
much respect to you.
I'm not over here for love. And trust me when I tell you, ask nephew Freezie, you do not get no love from me. So we mutual. So that's understand. But nephew was asking me questions. Yeah, nephew was asking me questions about Miami.
It don't matter how long it is. It don't matter how long.
It don't matter how long.
Yeah,
we still talking about the Knicks and Miami. We just played each other, bro. We just played each other.
That's what I'm saying. I like it. I love the rivalry.
Okay, then. So when
you hear a Knicks fan like me get on the telephone or get on this live, you know I'm a Knicks fan. Enough of y'all. It wasn't. That's how much I don't like y'all. It was not. You did. But I respect you, homeboy.
Oh, that's why every time
but y'all team suck.
I feel you. I know we do. That's why every year we in the finals and the Eastern Conference Finals, and y'all can't even make it to the playoffs. So I take that suck. I take that suckness. Hey, did I not just say, hey nephew? Did I not just say we got garbage defense? Dita did. Yeah, we suck. But here's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna leave. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure.
I'm gonna be right behind you in the door.
We only can take it. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure if come to that and we meet y'all in the playoffs, I'm gonna make sure I come back over on nephew Freeze's channel, and I want you here and put your money where your mouth is. See, don't just talk about you hate us, and then when you play us, you don't believe in your team. My man, case closed.
Yes, you do, because I wouldn't come in here hot if I did.
Case closed. We ain't got to talk no more. And nephew, I holler at you.
Put the money up and you tell me what it is, and I'll see you, homeboy.
Hold on.
And when I get down to College Avenue, A18, buy me a pina colada.
Don't worry about it.
Buy me a pina colada when I get down to College Avenue, homeboy.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm in Atlanta, bro.
Don't tell me where you at. Just meet me where I tell you at.
Bully.
Chill.
Well,
what?
Oh, I got this. Oh, Bully. Come on, bro. For me.
I'm cool.
For me.
I don't know what's the name of.
I have no hate against nobody.
You naming a street that I don't even know.
Oh, then you ain't no Miami dude.
You naming a street that I don't even know.
Bully, man, bully.
What are you talking about? Just because I don't live in
Bully.
You know what Biscayne Boulevard?
Just because
you know
I don't live in Miami?
Son.
Oh man. Okay,
what are you
my bad,
talking
dude.
about?
I'm telling you, if
I'm a Miami Heat.
Miami went, hold on, chill,
not Miami City.
Chill. If Miami wins, right? Now you hear this, internet, you hear this. If Miami wins, I'll meet you down in Miami City, wherever. I don't care where you live at, homeboy. Meet me on College Ave. Me and you will bust down a couple of drinks, and we'll have a shake of head. And
can we all just get along?
If we win, you come to Brooklyn, dude, and I'll take you over the class to get you a good.
Oh no, that's good.
How about that?
Well, I can say this. I can say this. It's easier for me to come to Brooklyn because I'm always in Baltimore where I'm from. So it's easy for me to come to Brooklyn and meet you down in Miami.
Better.
So I ain't got no problem, bro,
Even
with
better.
that.
I meet you on everybody.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem having some drinks with you. Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
That's
cool.
fair.
That's what I'm about.
That's fair.
Right.
I ain't got no problem with that.
I'm with that.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that ain't nothing to it. Cool. Because if we do meet in the finals again, like we did last year, we're going to whip your ass again. With that said,
and I want the same for you.
I'll see you, man, if you pop up on my chat.
Yes, sir. I'll pop up. I'll jump on your chat. I'll watch your show now. I see you. You cool.
And see, cool. One thing about me, you welcome, bro. And you're welcome to talk about the Knicks on my channel. Because I don't have no conflict.
Behind up. That's right. All right, man.
Because that's how I roll.
I didn't mean to come in.
My man, I appreciate you.
My brother,
hey, Bully, thank you for ruining the channel, bro.
Oh, I'm going.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, bro, for ruining the channel,
man,
bro.
Don't do that. Freeze, man.
Yeah, man. Nah, man. I mean, dudes work like 4 years to kind of try to build up a little crowd and all that stuff, and then one dude randomly pop up coming in hot. You know what I'm saying? And just you know what I'm saying, just ruining everything for everybody. I appreciate you ruining my time, bro. I was kind of enjoying it a little bit.
Okay, I'm sorry, man. Drink the bitters.
Nah, man, I ain't never, bro.
All right, nephew. I see you on the next stream.
Yeah, okay, bro. This is one of the things I be.
We get 15 minutes next time, though.
Huh? Yeah.
I'm here. Freeze.
That was a hell of an intermission.
Yeah, man. I mean, where do you go after that, man? I mean, I don't even know if I can trust people in the live stream. Now when y'all pop up, I don't even know if I want to put the link in the thing no more.
Oh man, Freeze, stop that, man. Stop. Don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, bro. We work so hard to build this thing back up to where it is, and then
I think it was quite entertaining, to be truthful.
And yeah. I don't even feel like doing this shit no more, bro.
Oh, Freezy, man, you gotta stop. Come on, dog. Come on. I was looking for your take, what you was telling us about the dead weight and carrying certain things from back in the past, moving forward. I was actually looking forward to that. Then, it went left. Sorry.
I mean, I agree. I had my fill of heat, but there's just a way to come about it.
I'm sorry, dude.
I think is what Freezy was.
Don't get mad at me, Freeze. I'm sorry. I apologize. Whatever. But man, come on. How much we gonna talk about heroes?
I mean, if you wanted to pivot it that way, you could have just came in and just talked about the Knicks.
Right.
Posed a question about the Knicks. That's it. And then I would have enjoyed. I would have engaged, and we would have pivoted that way.
All right. Well, if you think I came in hot and I came in wrong and disrespectful, again, I apologize to the whole chat, to my man Big Tone, and I will be watching this channel and whatnot. And stuff, and everybody on the panel and whatnot. And I definitely apologize to Freezy and whatnot. I ain't trying to start no crap. But I mean,
you ain't got man. I'm not accepting no apologies.
Right.
You ain't gotta do that. You ain't gotta do that, bro. You said what you said how you feel. And if you try to apologize now, it'd be like coming
I apologize for the rip as soon as I seen that you was upset. But I mean, if you don't accept the apology, I can't do nothing but fall back on that.
I don't think that'd be real, bro. Just say what you got to say. Bro,
I'm keeping it real. I said what I said.
Just keep it a stack, bro. You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying, whatever.
All right, no problem. Yo, family, I'll catch up.
Peace. I didn't even get to hear Soul Venga drop his little 2 cents, his little piece, or whatever it was.
So Kevin Love.
Man, how about some Singapore sea slugs?
This is what's Charlotte's record right now? Isn't that who we play next?
Yeah, they're benching a lot of guys actually.
Is PJ Washington still with them?
PJ Washington dropped 43 the other night, last night.
Yeah, because I know Freezy was talking about him earlier. During that
I know I know he has.
Nah, we can't talk about Charlotte, bro. Cause we can't talk about Charlotte because then we'll start talking for 30 minutes about Charlotte. And then people
Well,
damn
this is who we're playing next.
And people thongs get caught up in their
We got
ass.
any Charlotte fans in there?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, LaMelo Ball, you know, he's better than anyone. The Knicks guy, he's better than Brunson.
Sorry.
That's what some Hornets fans will come on saying. That's right in Freezie's backyard.
Dale Curry's the best shooter in NBA history.
Mm-hmm. Larry Johnson. Grandmama
says LaMelo Ball and Frank Ntilikina are questionable tomorrow.
Oh, Frank. Oh, hey. Frank the Tank. Oh, man.
Who's left?
I mean, what Frank?
Gordon Hayward and Mark Williams are out.
Man, Gordon Hayward, check it out. Gordon Hayward and Frank have always been hurt, man. It ain't a day that don't go by. You know, last thing I heard, Frank was eating some cheese and crackers and was out 2 weeks.
This should be a recruiting trip for us then.
I mean, we're looking for a backup point guard. So.
I mean, but we don't. I mean, look, you talking about bringing Frank back here so he can be a what?
Oh my God.
A speed bump?
Right? No way.
Man, the French tickler stayed on the bench. He was always hurt. Something was going on. He had his frosted tips.
He kind of lost me when he started dying his head.
I want to
see. Yeah, we got to get up off of it.
Yeah, but you know what's going to happen? We're going to play to the level of our competition like we've been.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say play to the level of competition when we're missing 24 and 10. So we'll see. We'll see how we adjust. Hopefully we get it together. From what I've seen, our net rating with Brunson and OG on the court, we outscore teams by like 30 plus points per 100%. So with OG and Brunson on the court, for whatever reason, disregard anyone else who's around them. We just perform at a very high level with those two on the court. So we'll see. I think against the Miami Heat, we made our two best runs when it was just OG and Brunson on the court. And then we brought in Randle, but we made our two best runs against the Heat in the second quarter and the fourth quarter with those two. And then we brought Randle back in towards the end of the quarter to round it out. I think the combination of those two are so effective. Like they complement each other because OG's like the catalyst on the defensive end, whereas Brunson is the catalyst on the offensive end. So I think they perfectly complement each other. So we'll see. Hopefully in this short stretch, hopefully Randle's out 10 plus games or what have you.
I mean, the thing is, I knew when he went down and got up, I saw that. I was like, yeah, that's a dislocation. And you know, at a minimum, you're looking at a minimum 4 weeks. You know. You know, and that's hopefully he doesn't have anything torn in that Joker, man. You know, that's when the Corman came out of me. I was like, oh damn. You know, you see that all the time on you know, you see it all the time.
It depends on the severity of the label, like because it could be like a labrum tear.
Yeah, it depends on where and all like that too.
And you remember when we went on those deep playoff runs, or that one deep playoff run with Melo? He had a labrum tear that whole time, and he just wasn't performing at the level that we were accustomed to, like in terms of his efficiency.
And see,
so every little bump and bruise that he took, especially with a physical game, he starts to feel it.
Well, the thing is, you know, when you know somebody's coming back, what you gonna do? You're gonna go at that weak spot. So I'm looking at it like this here. Hey, man, you know that right shoulder, you know, you dislocated it, you know, kind of, you know, let him feel you. You know what I'm saying?
They might be dudes that might let him dribble left-handed just so he's forced to use his right shoulder to fend off guys just to see where it's at.
So,
whereas,
you know,
now, before they would just force him right or try to force him right. They might let him go left, and he can't really use his right shoulder to fend off defenders and get to where he needs to go, especially attacking the rim.
I just pray, I pray and hope, man, that it's nothing torn in there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a whole nother can of worms that we got to deal with, when it goes down. You know, I still think, you know, it's gonna be very interesting to see how things gonna, you know, how it works out. But we gotta you know, they gotta, or Tibbs gonna have to figure out that a decent rotation. I know we hear all the talk about
He's gonna make it an
playing
8-man
hard court.
rotation. I already know
Man,
he's gonna make it an 8-man rotation.
man,
And
you
we're
know,
gonna
Tibbs will go 8 to
sprint.
7.
We're gonna sprint real hard into that All-Star break.
Mm-hmm.
Tibbs is not holding anything back, and I think 7 of our next 9 games are against teams under 500. So
you got to take advantage of. You got to take advantage of the sweet spot
okay.
you got to take advantage of the sweet spot of the schedule right now.
7 out of 10.
Know, and you know those teams that's under 500. A lot of them are going to probably start really throwing in the towel. Throwing in the towel because and we got to take advantage of it. And like I said, man, look, like my man was on Major League, but if you praying to Jobu, you better pray to Jobu that round the shoulder.
Up your butt, Jobu.
Well,
you were talking them 2-man lineups. I was looking up the NBA Geek Stats section.
Yeah.
Since the trade, the number one duo in the NBA as far as all the ratings, they do some kind of analytics. Number one's Trae Young and Johnson, then OG and Brunson, then Dame and Giannis, and then I Heart and Brunson. So we're the second and fourth.
We have enough talent to keep our head above water.
Yeah.
Over these next 10 games. So like, especially knowing Tibbs, he'll try to maximize every single outing. I wouldn't be honest to God. I wouldn't be shocked if Brunson started averaging like 40 plus minutes for the next few games until we develop like some sort of chemistry and balance. Like I feel like the game that we playing against the Hornets, it might be rough on the outlook at the start of it because we're going to be developing like a new sort of chemistry between OG playing in a smaller lineup. Because I don't know, OG might be playing the 4 or Hart. OG and Hart might be the 3-4 tandem.
See that bothers me because it goes back to what you should have been doing in the off season. You know, having the proper bag up. And I know I've been seeing people in different chats bring up, man, we traded Obi for nothing, man. We keep now some cats that didn't want Obi, now you wish you had Obi. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it is what it is. I think that you never know what's going to happen. Isn't Courtney Roby still is he on the G League team? They released him.
I think we released him.
They full on release him.
We might see Jacob topping minutes. That's actually
is Jeremy Grant worth looking at?
I mean,
from this perspective, I don't think they would because the Knicks are always thinking about their future flexibility. Like they're not going to cash in the requisite chips to take on a Jeremy Grant unless it meant that we could flip Jeremy Grant for a superstar. And the way Portland is operating, it's like, yo, we're not going to give you Jeremy Grant unless you overpay at this point because they need him to hit their cap floor.
And my thing
they have
is,
like a bunch of young players on their team not making a lot of money.
And really, if we get Jeremy Grant and then Randle comes back, then what we're going to do with this lineup? You know what I'm saying? We can put OG at the 2, Jeremy at the 3, and then it's the money aspect of it. So we got to look at that. If you're going to go for make a spot trade or a
Grant, come off the bench.
That ain't gonna happen, Coach. That ain't gonna happen.
He got traded. He has no choice.
Well, yeah, he got traded. That ain't gonna happen. That makes no sense to get that kind of money, though.
$35 million guy on the bench.
Not on the bench.
He's making that much.
Yeah, he making big money. Yeah, he stood a better. Well, you doing that, trying to put him on the bench. You stood a better chance
y'all
run through hell against
trade for somebody for another team best player and bring him here to bring him off the bench?
No, not I. Oh no, never not I. That's like somebody saying want to trade for Steph, bring him off the bench. Not I. No, I'm looking at I'm looking at rotational players.
OG and Anunoby not playing the 2 and those.
Freezer. That's like
a dude that's 240 pounds ain't playing the 2 in the NBA.
Well, that's just like exactly. It's like when and I'm gonna say his name when Wiz talking about get Kuzma, put him at the 2.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense because you can't really bring someone off the bench making that much money. Plus, he has a resume. He's not a bum. So Like he's been a starter for the last, I don't know, 7 years of his career, 6, 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna. And to be absolutely honest, I see a team like the Sixers doing it, like probably trying to flip Tobias' contract out for someone like him and keep him in that position, locked in on that contract. But I don't think this organization or this front office is about like risking their flexibility to try to get at an all NBA type star or swing a move that way. And targeting a guy like Jeremy Grant would put you at like risk because you'd have to, at this point, we don't have young players to give them. We'd have to cough up three picks, probably two or three, however you look at it. So it's one of those things where you would like to have someone like him when Randall's not here, but we're not operating like Randall's not going to be here because hopefully Randall's back in 10 games or so, right? Or after the All-Star break, if we're
After you're really looking for after the All-Star break, that's what you want.
Because we have 9 games before the All-Star break, and then there's 8 days between games.
I hope so.
All-Star break ends February the 22nd, I believe, the 24th, somewhere in there. So we'll see.
It's gonna be interesting.
But knowing Randall is the type to play through. If he can actually suit up, he will.
Yeah,
so,
that's the one thing you can count on.
So all these like estimates, it's kind of funny. Like if we're playing 500 basketball, I can picture him coming back. But if we're like hovering, if we win like 6 out of the next 9 games or something like that, I can see him like waiting it out. But if we're just playing 500 ball, I could easily see him being like, so what if I have a torn labrum or a very strained labrum? I'll just get the surgery in the offseason and play through it. Because players have done it. Like Melo is an example as someone that has
Melo's a prime example.
I mean, at least this is off shooting shoulder though. Thank God.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, fellas, I just hate, if he does, just hypothetically saying he does that, Cat should not be on Randall's neck if he's not hitting all his shots and doing certain things. He's out there playing the way he's playing. Yet we know there's going to be people, individuals. You still got individuals who want to ship him up out of town or like that, whatever else. Or it's going to be Randall's fault. He should have just gotten the surgery. But if he'd gotten the surgery, nobody's going to be happy.
You wouldn't have played. And it's just one of those things that Freezie had remind me of. Patrick Ewing played injured probably a good 60% of the time in the 90s.
Yeah.
Played through it, and they still tore him up. Even when he was playing well through it. He would have a good 4 games out of 5 nights, and they'll talk about the 5th night. So,
yeah. I mean, no matter what, nobody's going to be happy.
Unfortunately, it comes with the territory. I'm just
what do we do if the MRI is not so good? We're trying to see things with rose-colored glasses.
If it's something where he needs
and
surgery,
unicorns.
If it's something where he needs surgery, I don't see them doing like.
The Knicks will have to pivot. The front office is going to have to pivot to bring in a player just to fill in. You don't bring in another superstar.
You don't bring in a
big name.
Guy.
Yeah. You don't bring in another big name power forward, but you do bring in somebody that can kind of hold and you can plug in place and give you some time. Because there's going to be a pivot. This is going to be a serious pivot on what they were probably getting ready to do. As far as another
someone
move.
with an expiring contract.
Yeah, but cool. Because I keep saying I don't look for the superstar move to happen.
No, I'm not either.
No. I'm just saying, just from my point, because I know there's a lot of cats looking for the superstar to come on in the next move, but a move like that would happen on the off season. You either have the right piece, right player type move to bring in. So, who that is, man, I couldn't tell you.
Can I read to y'all our opponents for the next 9 games before the All-Star break? And I ask y'all what do you think our record is going to be? Okay, so we play the Hornets tomorrow or earlier today.
Dub.
It should be a W. That's one. Play the Jazz the following night, back to back
L
at home.
loss.
Then we play the Pacers.
I want to win that one, but I feel like that's just one of those times we're gonna lose.
What game is that you talking about? You looking at losing coach?
The Jazz.
We play the Jazz in the Garden following night. And then day off, and we get the Pacers in New York. I don't know if Halliburton's going to be playing or not.
I don't know.
You never can know because he's nursing a hamstring, so we don't know. But they've been playing solid without him, to be absolutely honest.
That's a pick 'em for me.
Yeah. Then we get the Lakers on Saturday.
Win.
Then we get the Grizzlies. Get 2 days off, then you get the Grizzlies. We should win that one.
We getting them back.
And then we have the Mavericks and Knicks on Thursday.
Loss.
In the Garden. We might be able to get them back because remember they had Luka out and they still beat us with Kyrie. We have Wiggins out. Brunson might be able to carry us.
If we can go 5-4 in that mix, I'll live with it. But I'd like to only lose like 2 realistically.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have the Pacers.
I want to win all of them, obviously, but we ain't gonna win out. Let's face it, as much as we want to.
We got the Pacers again in the Garden.
Wow!
And on Saturday night, and then we have the Rockets in Houston, and then we go to Orlando for the last game before the deadline. That's 9 games
before the All-Star break.
Yep, it's the last 9 games before the All-Star break. When we come out the All-Star break, we get a couple heavy hitters. We get the Sixers and the Celtics. Immediately out the break.
See how our new acquisition does for that.
Oof.
Hopefully, we have someone.
The trade deadline is on the 8th, which is the day we play the Mavericks. So.
I feel like
we have 3 more games after the deadline.
I have a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Do you think that because let's face it, the front office has got to know that we needed an O-ish moment insurance anyway for backing up Randle. Do you think they're already looking at someone for that?
I think they're pivoting. I think they're pivoting to it now.
So what I want to ask you guys before I'm gonna let you rock, but
it's
a 2-parter. So do you feel that that happened speeds up the move we were hoping to make, or we have to pivot for a couple days and rework something else because of it?
I think, to be absolutely honest with you, I think us targeting Precious Achiuwa was supposed to be our Randle insurance.
Yeah.
I think us taking a big back was intentionally for that purpose. Now we're using him as the center, but when we go to bench lineups, I honestly, God, it would not shock me if Tibbs put Precious and Sims on the court at the same time.
Yeah.
In bench units. It would not shock me at all.
I can see him in it'll work with iHearts with him because
he's a skilled
iHeart can play at the top of the key and at the top of the free throw line extended, So
I think that's what they're doing. To be absolutely honest, I think we need. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think we need another wing of some sort.
Another wing? Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with another wing.
Yeah.
I really think that with Randle, it depends. See, really, the thing is, they had the information when it goes to Randle because we don't know. We just know it's dislocated. We don't know the severity of the dislocation. We do the severity of dislocation, then you could possibly speculate a little bit better. Because if it's something that's going to take them out for a while, then they may be pivoting to get a bag up to slide in there. Or you can use Precious. If they know he can be out for a little while, just say it is the original, let's say it's 3 weeks. And say, all right, I'm pretty sure they're willing to, we don't have to worry about grabbing anybody to fill in as a backup to Randle. Let's keep pushing the way we're going to push to add the piece we wanted, instead of falling back like that.
Yeah, I was gonna respond to Nick Yak. The panel never mentioned that we need money for OG and Hartenstein. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna take on anyone with a big a long-term type salary. It'll be like if we target someone, it'll be someone that has a salary that'll probably last into next year, but it's not something that someone's making 30 plus million like Jeremy Grant or something like that. Like, you need to have some wiggle room in order to pivot at the right time in terms of if a star became available in the offseason. You don't want to take on too many large contracts. And then you're tied up, and then you can't pay OG what he's worth. Because you know OG's going to get like 150 at this point.
And the new CBA, the way the new CBA goes down, that changes things up too. You know how the money goes. So, you know,
I'm gonna say this: if you check the defensive player of the year odds, OG is spiked up to number 2 odds.
Yeah, I mean, you see the impact he had on the team. You know, we were back there. We were leaking. You know what I'm saying? Defensively, he came in and changed up. Not only that defensively, but he even helped open up the offense. You know, he opens up the offense because you got to respect him on that over there in that corner. You just can't sit out there and say, "Oh, you know, there's no
money. He's money for
he's money. He's money." You know, and I know what I'm about to say is gonna piss off a lot of RJ fans. And there's no slight at RJ, but you got it on. You got video. We got proof. When it came a lot of times, RJ was like self-check. You know, a lot of them cats out there let him shoot. Like, man, he's gonna go out there and he shoots the ball, hits off the back, boing. And you hear that all the time. He's throwing up cinder blocks and boulders. Then he'll get hot, and then he'll go back to throwing up ducks and meatballs. So you know, it's one of them things. And OG brings more to the game. You know, he was the better fit for how Tibbs wants to run that team.
And we got to remember, we're on Brunson's timeline.
Exactly.
We ain't got time for RJ to figure it out. Even though he's still 23, we ain't got time for him to piece it together when he's 25. No, Brunson is 27. We are maximizing through his prime. So we're going to target OG, who's 26, 27. We're gonna keep guys in that same range that Randle's in. So even if we were to like target someone or even attempt to trade Randle, it's not gonna be for someone that's not in the same timeline as Brunson. Like everything we're doing, if you're reading, everything we're doing is to supplement Brunson in his game and push us closer to contention. And if we stayed healthy, who knows where we would be looking at in the standings by the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not really trying to speculate who we're going to go out and trade because I didn't see us making a move like this now. So now I'm at a point where I'm standing by and let the front office do their thing because they changed my thinking on a lot of things to be how things were in the past. You know,
I'm gonna let AB hop on here because I know he got some science he wants to drop real quick.
Oh man, you bringing in the dean. AD the gold watch.
Do we still have Dwayne Washington on the G League?
I think.
I think he signed with.
No, I think we still got him.
We brought him over here to sign.
I wouldn't mind letting him get a run, man. Honestly,
but we signed him when Brunson went down, if you recall, just to have extra body. Dwayne Washington been around so long, I didn't realize he was still 23. I see him on like random teams every year, and I thought he was old. I thought he was like 26 by now.
I mean, I'm not saying he's some kind of answer or something, but he's shown some flashes of some stuff to me. I mean, at least we got him. Why not?
Actually, Dwayne Washington, he's back on the Suns.
Dwayne Washington, yeah, I knew he signed with somebody. They pulled him.
Yeah, he's back on the Suns.
Yeah, they pulled him.
His game log shows that
I'm showing he's on the Knicks.
Oh no, that's from last year. I'm looking at last year.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's when he got pulled.
The Knicks announced, yeah, he's on a 2.
I know the Lakers that signed at Ford we had in the G League.
Oh yeah, Dylan Windler that got all those rebounds.
Yeah, he got pulled.
Which is strange because he's kind of a 3-point specialist, so I don't know how he got All those damn rebounds.
Man, maybe. Hey, depends if what he was taking, what kind of pre-workout he took.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it might have been some HGH or something because that didn't. I don't understand how he got all those.
That man was drinking Four Loko.
He was drinking Mike's secret stuff.
I'm telling you, he was drinking them Four Locos. Going out there and ball. Had to go get it.
You think the Warriors are giving up?
I can't play your intro like a Freezie AD. Unfortunately, otherwise I would have dropped it in there. Salute to you.
Salute.
What's happening, AD?
What's going on? I'm sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, salute, fellas. How we doing?
We're doing all right, man.
What up?
Paradise.
A little worried about the Randle thing.
Oh boy, here we go. Pity party. Did I join the pity party?
To say goodbye.
You know, Dre. Dre's the head of the party. You know, he's.
I'm the master of panic right now.
Well, you know, right now, fellas, for most fans, it's like watching Maury when you're trying to find out the results of 18-month Jumanjalo.
Hey, you know what is gonna happen, right? We're gonna win some games, right? We're gonna be like 6-3 or 7-2 going into the All-Star break without Randle.
And people all them Randle haters about Randle.
You're like, see, we don't need Randle. I told you.
Oh God.
You know they're gonna do it. You know who you are.
And it just wouldn't be fair to him but the way we're set up, we don't have anybody else besides Brunson that creates an advantage every single time down.
Right. Well, we're gonna see something that I said a few.
Go ahead.
A few broadcasts back, I was saying we can survive a few games with Randle not playing well or not there, but not Brunson. But this just shows how much. I mean, Brunson being there takes Randle to the next level. So basically, Randle's doing production-wise, he's doing what he's always done, but now more efficiently.
Yeah.
So what we need, let's talk about this. When Randle's on the court, what does he represent for us? As far as do you think we need to just replace his numbers, or does his presence create opportunities for other guys and do the other teams?
You said it right there.
You're right there.
He has gravity. No matter if he's 1 for 20, teams are not going to ignore him because as soon as he steps on the court, he presents a mismatch for 95% of guys that guard him. He's usually bigger than the guy that guards him, or if the guy is bigger than him, he's usually faster than him. Right. He presents a mismatch, and when he's on the court, we the two-man game that you see that Dante's thriving off of. If he's not getting a transition three, he's usually getting a pass from Randle to get it.
Yeah, I that's one thing I was worried because I've been noticing that too. The Dante Randles look like they've been forming a little chemistry.
It's some of that Reggie Bullock stuff that Randle used to have.
Except for this
he's
version.
a much better shooter.
Yeah, with R&B, that wasn't going.
Where's Reggie at?
He's still in Dallas.
Let's bring Reggie
over.
No,
he's not in. He's signed with Houston. I don't know.
Oh, he signed with Houston. Oh no, you keep R&B right where you at.
Reggie back.
No, man, no. That whole situation, Reggie was frustrating. He did what he did for what the team we had, but I'd say we hustling backwards. That situation bringing him in, I mean, come on, man. The situation with R&B on the court, man, harder than a woodpecker's lips. No, man.
Let's bring them all back. Let's bring back everybody that got early Christmas gifts 2 years ago. Let's bring back Noel. We got a need for a center. Let's bring back Burks. We got a need for a point guard. Let's bring them all back.
Jordan, but AD, fourth quarter Jordan may come back.
Bring them all back. You know,
Bring
because
back
we were
Elfrid.
so he would lead the parade. Bring back Elfrid.
Because here's the thing.
If I saw Elfrid on the Knicks,
This
I
is
would
why
not watch the game for the rest of the
this
season.
is
I'm
why
sorry.
I'm for it. Those three guys are great if they're role players coming off the bench. They're great, but the problem was we were counting on them three as starters. That was our problem before.
I mean,
now we're counting on them, just veteran
Fill in, give some
presence.
production.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean,
we're gonna bring Taj back though first. Taj's first on the payroll, man.
Dear God.
Man, look. Man, Taj right at home right now, rubbing icy hot on his knees and taking some BC powder.
We need a bootleg Randall's what we need. Someone that can give you a little scoring spark, can shoot a little bit on the outside, and it's not gonna kill us.
No, it's funny. At times when Precious was on other teams and he got the requisite minutes, like when he played 30 up to 30 minutes, he produced. Like he put up points in the high teens routinely when he got the requisite minutes and it was featured, and he had rhythm, but it's hard. It's hard.
If Mitch was back, or I felt more comfortable with another guy in the front court, I wouldn't even be opposed of having a Chua and Hart start.
Ooh.
I mean, Chua and Hartenstein start. I meant.
Okay. I'm about to say Hart or Chua and Hart.
I meant
looking for all types of bricks.
No.
But,
I wouldn't
be
be
building an extra wing on the guard now.
No, but then that means like Sims, would be playing.
We've seen Tibbs try like those two big lineups before, and it hasn't always quite worked out. I remember.
Yeah, but is it a big though? Chua's.
He's. We play him at the center, but I consider 4s and 5s bigs.
Yeah, he moves he can move now. It ain't like he's.
Oh yeah, when he switches out on defense,
he's not a lumber.
Like a wing. Defense like a wing.
He moves like an athletic 4 for sure. Yeah. Now he can't shoot.
No, he can't shoot. He used to shoot decently. I don't know what happened from the free throw line. He shoots like 50% from the free throw line now.
He's young enough to figure it out.
How old is he? 23? 24?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Precious.
Precious is, I think, a little older than 20. Yeah, I think he's about 24, I think. He could be 23, 24. Something right. He's still 24. Young. 24. So he's still young, so he's still got time.
Well, I remember when Freezie talked about that move for Precious, he wasn't talked about much, and it took him a little bit.
I like that move though, Coach.
Yeah, that was a sneaky added. Everyone wants to talk about OG. Oh man,
mm-hmm.
I was even interested in. I thought Malachi was going to play more, and I wouldn't mind if he got a little more run either. We haven't really seen what he can do. He's a hustler. He's like a high energy guy. It's real easy to be like, oh, he sucks. What can you do in a couple minutes a game? No.
Yeah. Especially to a new team. It's almost impossible to figure it out.
I'm not saying it's some kind of answer, but Malachi Flynn's had moments for Toronto where he
the problem with him, minutes. The problem with him, he wasn't very consistent in his jump shot. Came and went like the wind.
Yeah, he was more of a defensive player out here in San Diego State. He's known for his defense more than anything.
They thought, and for the Raptors, they thought remember how Kyle Lowry had Van Vliet behind him? They thought, okay, we're gonna have Malachi Flynn behind Van Vliet, and it just never really panned out because it just wasn't very consistent off the bench. He's shown flashes, but his just offense isn't that good.
Yeah.
He's a traditional point guard by force, not choice. Because if he could shoot, he probably would shoot more.
Right.
He's so inconsistent offensively that he looks to dish more often than not.
Yeah. His best season. Well, really, he's been he hasn't really been given the minutes to show I mean, the most minutes he got was his rookie year.
Yeah, and it's kind of went downhill.
Yeah,
with
he
Nick
went
Nurse
down.
being like, I don't got time for this. You got either you figure it out, or I'm gonna pay Van Vliet 40 minutes every night.
Yeah.
And he played Van Vliet 40 minutes every night.
And then they had Dennis Schroeder come in.
Yeah. And I think they're gonna trade Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, no, he getting passed around. He started to get passed around like a blunt.
That's fine. Shorter is serviceable. I would take Shorter now.
Hey, all I know is the Raptors, bro, they've lost 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They've lost 9 out of the last 10 games.
Hold on now, you can't talk too much about the Raptors.
What you mean? Oh, I didn't come in. I didn't come in hot.
Shout out to Billy. But our RJ and Quickly are injured. By the way, RJ's out with a sore knee.
Well,
Quickly's out with like a thigh injury.
That's their problem now.
So
yeah, well, you know, that's saying. Well, yeah, you're right, Coach.
I mean, I was an RJ fan. I ain't gonna lie. I was an RJ apologist for a minute.
Yeah, I ain't gonna even expound on it. Yeah.
Shout out to Andy. I like everyone that's in a Knick jersey except Josh Hart. So
you don't act.
That's nothing. That's nothing new, sir.
Hey, I'm sorry, but
you've hitched your wagon to some, to lukewarm success in your Knick career. You don't know anything that's good. Brunson was forced down your throat. If you'd have had it, but Brunson would have needed to grow 3 inches. Pause before he would allowed to be a Knick. Uncle Freezie, why are you sitting there like like you're waiting for? What is the deal, sir?
Man, just go ahead and talk, bro.
What did you got to do to Freezie?
Ain't nobody did nothing to me, bro. Nah, just go ahead and.
Okay.
He holding it down till he's Husan.
I saw a video where Ian Begley was on SNY. He had like a smaller 2-3 minute interview. And he was reporting some news, and he said if the Knicks kept playing at this level, they would have considered staying pat, which would have been silly to me personally. But now with this injury, they're kind of forced to make some sort of move.
When has Ian Begley had something of substance?
Ian Begley is pretty reliable. It ain't like
I'm talking about for the Knicks. Like, I remember the last time one of his reports came to fruition to where like, ooh, yeah. Like, I don't know.
This report's relatively obvious news to me. He hasn't said anything where it's like egregiously wrong, so I can't really just crap on him. Whereas the guys that are for the Post, it's kind of super sketchy. Those guys are sketchy. The Bondis and the Bermans of the world.
Berman has retired.
Yeah, he retired and got fat and went to Miami.
Or so he says, because I see him springing up all over the place, spewing his.
He's being a chatty patty.
Oh my God!
He says little things about Tibbs. I'm just watching games casually or passively.
I'm thinking every team that's in the mix for the playoffs at this time is looking to shore up guys they can count on. Yeah, guys they can count on it when the playoffs and the ish hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? They're every team in the mix is looking for that.
I think the teams that aren't in the aprons are the ones that already crossed those thresholds, like the Clippers and the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of locked into who they are. They can't really get buyouts. They can't really make any moves, and they're considered contenders for a reason. Like they don't have anything to change at this current juncture. But like for the Knicks, I think the Knicks are like 17th payroll, which is for where they are, that's extremely good work in terms of the books. It puts us in a position where we can go after guys.
Oh geez. Oh God. Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna tote the company's party line to us? That they've put them.
William Wesley is my godfather.
Yes, we know that, sir. Yes, that's quite you. I think we had that coronation like 3 months ago.
Who felt that we were gonna and needed to, right at the moment when we did it, get OG?
I think we needed to do it. I didn't know
they needed to get OG.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, who in our fandom here, in our little group, knew that was going to happen at that time?
Well, none of us knew that it happened. I hoped that it would happen. How about that?
Right. So we usually hope after the second or third game, so they start doing stuff. But like, no, I agree. So what I'm saying is
mismatched.
That when has Leon Rose in the front office ever hit us when we really wanted it or when we expected it?
Never.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, if you go by historically, they got the Derrick Rose deal done well ahead of the deadline. They got the Josh Hart deal done well ahead of the deadline.
Right.
Like, it matches the theme. They got the OG deal done well ahead of the deadline. That's kind of what they do.
Well,
we didn't think about it, but if you think about the common themes of, like, in terms of mid-season deals, we kind of do it like a month or a month and a half before the actual deadline happens.
Which I like being pleasantly surprised. You know, I just don't. I feel myself getting my hopes up to get something or enough to, because even before Randle went down, I felt like we needed 3 guys.
Or like, when you consider enough, would like getting Brogdon and like some random filler be enough to you?
Well, before Randle went down, I even said, I mean, this is the reason I said this already. Before Randle got hurt, I talked about it the first day I came back after my hiatus. I said we need a swing, a stretch 4 or 5, some kind of, swing.
Kelly Olynyk type.
Yeah, kind of like stretch big, and we need a backup facilitator and another scoring punch. So whatever those 3 guys are, that's what we need. I don't care who the names are, as long as they can do those 3 things.
I think the OG deal was like filled 1.5 of that, which is like a swing big, athletic big, but he's not really a stretch. Precious, and then they got the point guard thing, and then OG was, of course, the crown jewel of it all.
This is what dream scenario. Now, obviously, we're not the Spurs from that era, but I see a lot of Kawhi Leonard stuff from OG. Like,
hey, hold on, coach. I'm not hating on it. AD, you didn't see the mid-range pull-ups?
I did, but Lord, can we not get on the
why not
on the shuttle? Can we not get on the shuttle? Can we not
on
the shuttle?
We're going to the moon.
What's wrong with cautious optimism?
There's nothing on the moon.
It's called, I'm a 48-year-old man who's been coaching and playing sports for 3/4 of my life, and I know what I see. Okay, that's what this is. This isn't some delusional fan hope. Okay, this is a man that knows athletes.
You're entitled to your opinion.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, who the hell was Kawhi Leonard before Kawhi Leonard was Kawhi Leonard? No one was talking about him like that before he became Kawhi Leonard. That's all I'm saying. He has a lot of things in his game, body type, the defense, the ability to shoot and drive to the lane. I mean, there's a lot very similar. the body type. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I think he has some untapped potential, and he's not in his prime yet. So I can't say I won't say he's gonna ever get to those heights.
But see, when I say that stuff, all the millennials and fair weather NBA fans all go like they hear Kawhi and they don't realize
who saying he's
they don't. He ain't Kawhi MVP Kawhi. I'm talking about when Kawhi was coming up. You know, that's what he reminds me of. Some of the things he's doing.
Yeah, but at the same token, when you're talking about that, Kawhi was 23 when he was doing that stuff, and OG's I think 26. So it's almost like a finite ceiling in terms of how far he can develop.
Well, besides age, I mean, this is when OG had his chance to be that big in the mix.
Well, to be featured, yeah, I don't think he's ever been forcefully featured. There's always been a totem pole in Toronto.
I mean, he was more of a slow boil over there, you know.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna give you real. Tonight, if he plays against Charlotte, I need 20 minimum out of him. With no Randle, I need 20 minimum.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
a non-negotiable. I can't see 13. I can't see 14. I need 20. I need it.
Maybe this last game was what, because I heard the people talking about that's what he was wanting in Toronto. He was wanting to be featured more in the offense.
But at the same time, this is a thing that Toronto Raptors fans have said. You got to have the want. You got to go grab the bull by the horns. And a lot of times up there, he just wasn't assertive enough within himself. Like, yes, you want to be featured, but at some point you got to grab the bull by the horns and just be like, yo, I'm here. I'm going to make sure I'm featured because I put in the work in, and the work will speak for itself. He took a bit of a passive approach. And you notice when he first got here, he was passive, and then in an interview he said, I have to be more aggressive. And my teammates are telling me to be more aggressive. If you have to be told, it's not really good to me, but I'm glad he's taking he's heeding and he's taking the advice. Hopefully he can put it together and keep the momentum rolling. But he's not he's not the guy, at least initially, to be the super aggressive type guy. You have to coax him into being aggressive. And he needs to be more aggressive.
Well, he'll have his opportunity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're gonna be playing the G League Bobcats tomorrow, so we'll see. I don't think LaMelo's gonna play, but Brandon Miller might. Oh well, we're gonna put OG on Brandon Miller, so we'll see about that.
I mean, Dante's gonna have to step up the scoring punch in his absence too.
Yeah,
and Josh Hart, obviously.
Oh yeah, Josh Hart needs to give me 12 points. I'm not even asking for it. Just give me 12 points. 12. Is that all right?
I like how hard he was going to the rim in that last game.
I just want Josh Hart to do what he does, which is contribute to winning basketball. You know, I'm not here to put lofty labels on guys that are just in the second season here together and are hoping to string together something magical,
Intangibles don't pay the bills, AD.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I've seen a lot of people live off intangibles in this life. Yes, they do.
Like William Wesley.
Well, okay. There you go.
Intangibles pay the bills, but they don't win games.
There you go. You already said it. Your godfather. There you go. There you go.
But I'm being absolutely honest though, in terms of like trying to piece together a lot of the production that Randle gave you. Yeah, like if I'm paying you this much, I can't get. I like if you're winning basketball without Randle is going to take points. To be absolutely honest, winning basketball without Randle is going to take rebounds. Winning basketball without Randle is going to take some assists. So it's going to take some 3-pointers. Like, you don't replace Randle what Randle does with intangibles. Sorry to say, like, you plays Randle with counting stats, things that are visible, that pop out on the score sheet, because that's what he does. He gets his number and he gets his impact. So yes, like, Josh Hart's signature trait is his intangibles and his hustle. But in order to make up for what we're missing, we're gonna need him to up his points too. We're gonna need him to up a little bit of his playmaking. And I'm expecting that across the board, not just Josh Hart. It's not a Josh Hart thing. Just put that out there.
Yeah, we get it. I like Josh Hart. I always have. Because for the same reason
AD got two Josh Hart jerseys.
Same reason as AD likes him. He's just a contributor.
I possibly got 3. I recognize, you see.
You covered up that Starks on the back and you put Hart on the back?
But you know what? They're interchangeable on some days. Some days they're interchangeable. That Stephon Marbury cuff light to the left hand facial that he threw down was definitely John Starks light.
I have never seen him do that in the entire time he was here.
And I knew you were watching. I knew you were watching. I was like, Ike, hold that.
As long as Josh Hart shoots better than Starks did in Game 7.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. I mean, be absolutely honest. We've seen a couple of those student performances this year from Josh Hart. So
that was our year, man.
Do we really need that? You see what I'm saying? The man then went into the challenger. I told you this like 10 minutes ago, and there we go, crash and burn, boom.
Just bringing up PTSD. For
just no reason at all. Like,
I'm trying to pile on myself, like how things are looking better again.
Gonna go to sleep with that 2 for 18 and you blah, 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 blah. It's over and over again. Like, just, oh my God, why?
Every 3 we make now, I'm like, yes, it feels so good.
Not even Freezie did this to me earlier on Old School Knicks. He didn't even, he rolled with 3, the magic number. He was, a little delusional himself with, his disdain for Josh Hart. But, and stuff.
Hey, if Josh Hart can dunk on people with his left hand more often, I greatly appreciate it, because that means it's 2 more points that he didn't have before.
That means that knee is healthy or getting healthy.
I'm gonna tell you what about Josh.
Well, he has a chronic issue with that knee, so.
Because you don't do that. You don't do that unless your legs are right.
Yeah.
Josh Hart is gonna come up in some moments in the playoffs. You're gonna eat your words.
From your lips to God's ears, I would hope this happens. We're paying him to be an impact player. So, hey, if he brings the impact, I have nothing to say. I had nothing to say about him against the Heat. If he continues to play well, I can't say anything at all. But sing his praises and maybe possibly get a Josh Hart jersey, maybe a throwback one.
That's not it. That's the problem, Dre. That's not it. It's not about Josh Hart. It's about management going out and making that maneuver to where Josh Hart does not have to be the story.
Yeah, I understand that completely. Where you get the players to make Josh Hart's life easier.
We didn't
fans. That's what we lose it as fans. We look at Tibbs. Who would you rather play? The guy that's less talented but plays hard and is going to give you all he got, or the guy that's talented and you don't know if he's having a bad day coming to the job? You're going to play Josh Hart. You're going to play that guy. It's not his fault that he comes with a prerequisite that says hard work. If you had Beverly on your team, you're going to play Beverly because you know why? He's going to play hard. That's just facts. Any coach wants someone that's going to give it their all every night.
But this is the thing. When the guy's giving it his all and he's not particularly playing well, you need to have the hook at some point. You can't just let a guy that's trying really hard languish out there. He's struggling from the field or struggling with his decision making, making jump passes at half court every single time. Like you can't. You got to have a hook. Like you got to realize a role player is a role player, and sometimes the role players are not doing good for you. Replace that role player with a different role player. See what you have on that night.
I don't
Some
mind,
guys aren't essential for every game.
We brought in Josh Hart to do what he's been doing. Like we didn't bring him in to hopefully he becomes a higher scorer for us when someone goes down. Like he's filling in some cracks that we had on the bench.
He's a glue guy.
He's a glue guy, and he's solid enough on both sides of the floor to make an impact when he's in the game, or
subjective.
at least not be a detriment.
Look, I made this point earlier that without Josh Hart, the Knicks did not have a fast break. It is he that brought that look up, let's push mentality. Nobody else was doing that before him.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden now you have where you're looking where this team night in, night out is getting easy buckets. Because why? They're putting their heads up. They're just not looking for Randle to drag it up. No disrespect. I'm not shooting no shots at a hurt man, but I'm just talking about some of the things that he brought to the team. That's not in the stat. That's not in his stat column that you could say, look at that. Josh Hart did that in the stat column. No, that's watching the game. You can't deny that.
I don't even think Randle realizes how good he is in transition. He's had some moments this year on fast breaks, man. I want to see Randle because Randle's athletic enough to run the other four out of the gym. If you think about it.
But when you run a lot of offense through a guy, it's very hard to play fast break offense like consistently. Like it takes an extraordinary amount of stamina to play with the ball through yourself for a lot of the game and then try to run up and down. Like Josh Hart comes off the bench because he's asked to expend about 25 to 28 minutes every night, right? Randle plays 36, 37, 38 while being the focus of the other team offensively at times throughout the game, getting double teams and traps. Like he's exerting a lot more energy or being forced to exert energy because he's just the focus. Whereas Josh Hart is a role player. He can expend energy trying to push on fast breaks because, to be absolutely honest, he isn't going to help you too much in half court anyway. So.
All the more reason to get out and run. You can't get double teamed on and pushed around on a fast break.
I think I personally I do
pass it out.
I do like that he brings that, but not every game calls for that. I'm not saying
we got to be
not every game calls for it.
Showtime, Lakers or nothing, but
like sometimes you have to realize, like, some role players, like if we go into the playoffs, hypothetically speaking, I've seen multiple coaches, like a particular player worked for you in a particular series, right? Worked for you exceedingly well. Like, say, Dwight Howard worked very well for the Lakers against the Nuggets when he had to play Jokic. In the finals, they put him right back on the bench because different styles make different fights. So, like, Josh Hart is one of those guys where if you're in a particular series and they're leaving him completely open and they're taking away the transition, you might need to scale back his minutes for that particular matchup. Tibbs is not the guy to think about that. Tibbs is like, I'm going to run my rotation how it is, period, and I'm not going to deviate no matter what the matchup is, no matter how they're guarding us, how they're defending us, how they're scheming for us. we're just going to do the same thing harder. Whereas, yeah, it can work in the regular season, but for matchups in the postseason, like if we're going against the Heat, you might want to scale back Josh Hart's minutes for someone else that might fit against trying to blow up whatever scheme the Heat are running at a particular time, right? There's a reason why, like
him and OG can finish at the rim, unlike that Barrett who left town.
Oh God, Freezie had a video for that, but it's one of those things where it's like, yes, I appreciate what Josh Hart does, but you also have to have your finger on the pulse on what.
No, you want too much. You want
no,
too
no,
much.
no. I don't want too much because you mentioned.
No, you want too much. You want perfect execution. This is an imperfect game. This is an imperfect game. You're not gonna get all that. You're gonna have to hear me out for half a second. Right? You look at it as if Josh Hart is on that wing and somehow they kick it out to Josh Hart, whether it's early in the shot clock or late in the shot clock, he necessarily needs to take that shot. You don't see the value in that, the fact that maybe he pump fakes and pass it back out and gives it back out to Brunson, who is probably more than likely scorching. And he's going to take that shot. Or Randle is going to take that shot. Or DiVincenzo is going to take that shot. You're just looking at what? And if he takes it more times than not, then he misses it. And then you're not even looking at the fact that he's going to help to keep it alive with his second chance capabilities but the mere fact that at 6'4" he lives in the lane. You're moving, you're not seeing some serious importance in his game. And more than on top of that, Brunson is comfortable with him in the game. They have synergy.
He's still a role player,
right?
No matter how you slice it.
Do you have the numbers? Do you have the fast break numbers so we can validate this conversation?
Because I was going to say for the last game that we played against
the fast break numbers, though,
like
because I think the fast break argument is false.
Because I was going to say against the Heat, they started out 20-something-0 to us in fast break last game,
Right, but y'all are talking about Josh Hart's contribution on the fast break, though, not the Heat, right?
You talking about like how many fast break points?
Josh Hart's contribution is fast break. He get the fast break going, right?
Yeah.
I looked at it, man, and I don't see Josh Hart in the top 250 NBA players, but I may be looking at it incorrectly. That's why I was asking you if you saw it.
I'm gonna try to check because I did.
I
remember.
I don't know about the fast break numbers, but I'm talking about pace of play for me.
And
I'm looking at it. So there is a Knick that's in the top 20. 1, 2, 3.
Player transition stats. That's what you're looking at.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know one thing he helps.
7, 8,
he helps the Knicks be third in the league
10,
in rebounding.
11, 12. Yeah, so the first Knick on the list is Julius Randle, and transition points. At 4
and who helps to trigger that?
Julius Randle.
Who helps? Yeah, because Julius Randle is going head. He's starting from baseline to baseline by himself. Come on now. Come on now. Let's act like we're watching the game now. Come on now.
So you talking to somebody that know basketball, bro? Are you legit telling me that Josh Hart starts the break and a 250-pound man runs by him to be the benefactor of the break?
I'm saying he helped. He helps the break. He's his head up. I've seen him go one. I've even seen him go 1-on-5 and still score. It's about going from his point to the next point to the next point. You're gonna sit there and tell. Absolutely. I'm not saying he's perfect. Why are we even arguing this point? This is madness. This is madness.
This thing is. I think this is a make believe. I
didn't think we were arguing anything. I was just saying how important Josh Hart is, and Dre doesn't think he is that good.
Yeah,
I'll phrase it this way. I think Josh Hart can help you win a lot of regular season games, but I think the things that he is very good at can be schemed out in a postseason. And from my perspective, all I think about is how can a particular guy help us win a championship or win rounds in the playoffs. In the playoffs, everybody's hustling. So
Yeah.
you're talking about the hustle factor for Josh Hart. Everybody's playing really
Everybody's
hard.
playing hard in the playoffs. Yep.
So
Yeah.
when we went against the Miami Heat, Josh Hart's hustle didn't really help us.
No.
When you had the last possession of the game and Brunson didn't want to pass Josh Hart the ball at the top of the key because he knew Josh Hart can't shoot.
Yeah.
and they had a clogged up paint and he tried to force the ball into Randle and we got a turnover.
Yeah. And that wasn't the end of the game, though. The end of the game is where Quentin Grimes shot that UFO 3 and missed so bad that the Heat players were laughing at him in his face when the shot was going up.
See, here's a part of that analogy there, Dre, that you just nicely just forgot, right? He didn't want to pass the ball to Hart, okay, not once but twice, okay, and then he does what? He forces it. How come in that whole scenario it's not let me take the shot?
Because he was dribbling to his right and he's a left-handed player, so it's hard to get up a shot from that angle unless he's throwing up a floater with his right hand, which is very hard to do under duress. So from that angle, like I'm speaking just from a situational perspective, like if he was coming down on his left side, from the left side, and it was cleared out, then yeah, I would agree. He should have just put up a shot.
He can't. No, he couldn't put the shit. Yo, they ran a
body in. They
ran a pseudo trap at him. That's the reason why he was in trouble with the basketball. It wasn't,
and that's
like
the reason why they pushed him to the right side anyway.
Yeah, and they were trapping. They were trapping, trying to get the ball out of his hands to give it to Josh Hart so Josh Hart can turn it over, and he wouldn't pass it to Josh Hart.
I think Josh Hart probably would have taken the 3. Well, no, I don't know. He should have, but I don't think he should have been on the court in that situation if he knew we didn't get the points.
I don't think he should have been on the court either. But at the same time, in that moment, if your Tom Thibodeau, if we go back and look at it with, you know how they say hindsight is 20/20?
Yeah.
If we just go back and look at it in hindsight with 20/20 vision, Tom Thibodeau probably should have had Derrick Rose and Evan Fournier on the floor for that moment. For that moment, right? Not for the whole game, just situationally. You got to coach situationally, and that they're gonna trap, and Quickly was hurt and missed this game, right? So instead of going against a trap with 3 ball handlers, they had Grimes and RJ Barrett on the floor with Josh Hart.
And they just shrunk the court.
Shrunk the court because Grimes, Hart, and RJ wasn't necessarily playing the greatest.
Which in our scenario now, we'd have Dante and OG in.
Yeah.
Instead of
in this scenario.
But remember, Randall's at the 5, so Tibbs would put Josh Hart in there anyway. Just so you know.
Yeah. Josh Hart was the 4 on that play.
And we talk about like situational, like he's not gonna deviate. Like that's what I'm saying. When I'm not even poo-pooing on Josh Hart. I think Josh Hart can help you on a particular series, but if he's being defended in a particular way and he's making life harder offensively,
Dre, I feel you, bro. I feel you. I know where you're going with it, bro. But what I'm saying to you is stop taking left fielders and having them pitch for you. Bro, stop taking wide receivers and running the football. Get running backs to run the football, bro. Get pitchers to pitch for you. If you need a power forward, put a power forward in that spot. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand the do-it-all guys, the Swiss Army knife guys, or whatever. But Josh Hart is a very undersized Swiss Army knife guy. Bradley Beal is bigger than Josh Hart. And we want Josh Hart to rebound and do stuff like that, bro. Legit, Bradley Beal is a larger
rebounder though
than Josh Hart.
Josh Hart don't even want to be that.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Like I think what we should do is is I know we have clear defined roles, right? But I think we should get people that fit the roles, though, right?
That we did that with the OG move. Like we
Yeah,
definitely did that. Like we were looking for someone to do
OG
that.
Anunoby is legit giving us average small forward offense in the NBA. And since we hadn't seen anything like that in so long, we think he's Carmelo Anthony because we hadn't seen it in so long.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we hadn't. Look, we hadn't. Coach? When's the last time you saw an athletic small forward start for the Knicks? I'm talking about an athlete, right? When's the last time you saw a superior athlete start at small forward for the Knicks?
Gerald Wilkins.
Yeah, he was a 2.
Shout out to Billy Walker.
Yeah, he was a 2. Yeah,
Billy Walker was a pure athlete.
Yeah, Sean Williams.
Sean Williams was a pure athlete.
Yeah, maybe Flight White, James White, maybe.
Flight White was a pure
technically he wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, think about the guys we had at small forward since we can remember, since we've been on YouTube. Mario Hezonja, RJ Barrett,
a broken Larry Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So when OG Anunoby comes here, just does average small forward things, we are celebrating like it's 1999.
We like, now, oh my God, he dunked in half court. You can do that?
Calling Kawhi and stuff.
Yeah,
he dunked in half court. I didn't know you do that.
When I told someone the night of the trade that we were on that night that he was way more athletic than RJ, the dude was like, "Are you crazy?" I'm like, "What are you watching?"
I don't know who.
You're gonna compare him? You're gonna compare athletically OG to RJ? That's ridiculous.
He's got more strong finishes to the rim than RJ had. This
OG Anunoby, and for people that don't remember, OG Anunoby, his comp out of high school was LeBron James athletically before he blew out his knee. Right, he was at Indiana. He blew out his knee and all that stuff. That's why he dropped so far in the draft. OG Anunoby was supposed to be a top 5 pick out of Indiana. Yeah. But then there's the knee injury, and even with the knee injury, even with the knee not being the same, bro, you can see that this dude is probably in the 80th percentile athletically, maybe 85 percentile.
Oh, shout out to Shaq. Wilson Chandler. That's a good one.
I was gonna say he might be higher. He was
probably our best.
Yeah,
because
small forward in a while.
I'm not even thinking about explosiveness, but like on defense, for a guy to be 6'7", 240, maneuvering around
to move like that. Yeah,
he's like getting that low. Like his hip, like when we talk about hip level, like when you look at Obi Toppin and his hips, and then you look at OG. And how low he can get on defense.
It's night and day, bro.
It's like the complete opposite. Bro, and they're almost the same height.
So, I don't think we give him credit. Like, I don't know if you guys realize how big I realized how big he was when he was,
when he stood next to RJ. Do you realize how big?
How big he is?
That's when I noticed.
RJ. Yeah. And think about the small forwards we've had over the years. Kevin Knox. I got a name for y'all. Y'all conveniently forget. Ignaz Brazdeikis.
Oh God.
Kuzmingas.
Man, he had a couple good games.
Yeah,
we had Lance Thomas for
bro. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying we legit look at OG Anunoby and we don't understand what we're looking at because we hadn't seen a guy like that. maybe ever. He might be the most athletic small forward we've ever had.
I don't know about that. I don't know if he's more athletic than Willie C. Wilson Chandler was, Wilson Chandler
punched it on someone at least once every couple weeks.
Yeah, and he would do it. I remember when he punched it on KG.
Yeah,
he used to go like not even every couple of weeks, at least. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Drake. Like every 2 weeks, he put somebody on a poster.
Yeah. See, the thing is with the Wilson Chandler and the OG Anunoby. See, when you think OG Anunoby, bro, the dude is
Wilson was a straight line athlete. OG can get real low and like getting nooks and crannies and crevices that a guy that big is not supposed to in terms of like maneuvering screens. Like on offense, he isn't that fluid, but on defense, he just looks completely night and day in terms of fluidity, how he moves his body.
That's because his arm. That's because he has 7'2" wingspan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to even be fast. He can just reach. He can just use his arms to reach.
Right. You saw the time like he stripped Michael Porter Jr. on like a stunt. Like he was supposed to go back, and he got so far. He swiped.
Like you don't see many small forwards.
That's the Kawhi part that you're talking about.
You know, he does a lot of those standing dunks. Like he surprised me sometimes with his little quick drop step dunks. Like,
Hey, Coach, this guy, I'm telling you, when he was coming out of high school, bro, they were talking about this dude is LeBron like athleticism, bro. Like this dude, they were talking about who's more athletic, him or DeMar DeRozan, both in their primes. You know what I mean? But here's I got a question for you, because I think we talked about a whole bunch of stuff, man, and I was just waiting. I was hoping that we'll get there, but I got a question for you, because we've been talking about where people are going to play. I think what we should think about going forward, the conversation should be leaning towards what happens if Jalen Brunson slips on a banana peel.
Oh my God!
Yeah, are you comfortable with Deuce McBride leading the show?
No,
through the playoffs.
A grown man cry right here.
Yeah, and
real quick.
So the thing about the trade deadline is, once the trade deadline is passed, and then Jalen Brunson slips on a banana peel, see, ain't no going back, and there's no backseas on it.
But here's the thing, though, Freezie. To that point, like you can't plan for the work, because if you think about it,
yes, you can. Yes, you can.
No. Hold on, Eddie. Let me finish my point. Any team in the league, if their number one player goes down, their season is cooked. Period.
Yeah, yes, Dre. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. Okay. Here's the lightning rod that has the Knicks has had 2 opportunities back-to-back years. Okay. Explain to me how Terry Rozier got to Miami and not to New York.
Right. Yep.
God forbid something was to happen to Brunson and Terry Rozier is next man up. We
only like goody two shoes over here. You know that.
I could care less. How you can't tell me
we ain't getting Josh Giddey?
You can't tell me that management couldn't have made that. Not for what we saw. Not for what we saw Miami gave up to get Terry Rozier.
Right. And see, and so the reason why I asked the question is because we've seen teams built like the Knicks over the years get a guy, their main point guard guy, to the playoffs unhealthy, and then they just get shooed out of the playoffs in like gentleman sweeps when they were the better teams. We saw it happen. Coach, you remember the Dallas Mavericks of the 80s? Mark Aguirre, Rolando Blackman, Derek Harper, and all those guys, and Dale Ellis, Detlef Schrempf, and all it took every year is for one of them guys to slip in the shower, and then next thing you know, they down 3 games to 1 to Phoenix.
Yeah, they were like the 2 seed or something.
Because they would never go get depth. You remember the Portland Trailblazers?
Yeah.
Who's the point backup?
Backup Terry Porter.
Who's the third guard with Porter and Drexler? Who was it?
Hold on. They had like hold on a second. It's gonna come to me.
Yeah, because
he was with them. He was with them a couple. They had like a rotating. Because remember they went to the finals. What was it? Twice.
Right.
Oh, geez. It's gonna come. Go ahead. I don't want to stop your flow. Go ahead.
So but the point I'm getting at is that was a team built like the Knicks with one primary ball handling facilitator and a bunch of shooting guards on the bench. They had a bunch of them. Danny Ainge.
Oh, they had Robert Pat. Oh, he's a rookie.
Yeah,
Danny Young.
They
Enos Watley.
They wasn't playing them dudes, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Them dudes wasn't. They wasn't even rotation dudes.
Oh, Ainge.
Yeah, they had. That's what I'm about to say.
Right, Ainge and oh my God, it's Ainge and someone else, but Ainge was
the dude that went to the Nets.
Right, but they wasn't playing draws.
They weren't playing.
Nah, they wasn't playing draws.
Right. That's the point that I'm getting at. Teams like the Knicks are built with a primary playmaker. If Jalen Brunson tweaks his back, your whole playoff run is done.
Yeah.
Right.
Who was Detroit Pistons back?
But Freezie,
Chauncey Billups back up.
I understand getting depth, Freezie. I understand that 100%. Like, you don't want to run a guy into the ground. But if your top one or two guy goes down in a playoff run and you think a championship, yeah, it's over regardless, no matter what the context is, because your backup or your replacement is never going to make. Like, put it this way: the Nuggets, if Jamal Murray gets hurt, and they replaced him with Reggie Jackson, you think they still winning the championship? That playoff run is done. It's over. Reggie Jackson is very solid depth.
I think
Bruce Brown filled in for him for depth in the regular season.
Yeah, I think that point might be a little bit.
It's Freezie. You're not. If you don't have your top, like, what championship you seen recently where a top guy, top one or two off that team went down and they still.
Well, if you just listen, I'm trying to tell you. You keep cutting me off. I'm trying to get to a point, right? And you like, yo, what team? And I'm trying to tell you, what I'm saying is this: the one or two guy can be a different from your point guard. Like, for instance, with Boston, their one or two guy, right, is not going to be their point guard. They can survive, right, with the guards that they have, with one of their wings not being there, right? What I'm saying is that you gotta have a dude, right? You have to have a guy that's going to be able to get you into your offense to at least be competitive.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you have to, your backup point guard has to be John Morant, right? But what I'm saying, my
fault, Freezie. You were talking about an initiator, not just your 1-2 option, just your initiator. You need more initiators, guys.
That's what I'm trying.
Okay.
Like the thing is, say the Knicks are the 2 seed and they have the 2-7 matchup, right? And say we randomly get Miami. Do you feel comfortable in game planning Deuce McBride against Eric Spoelstra in the best 4 out of 7?
No, but this, it's funny. This happened at Tibbs when he lost Derrick Rose. They were the 1 seed and they lost to an 8 seed,
right?
Because their backup was C.J. Watson or something like that.
You can't. But I'm hoping you're not blaming this necessarily on Tibbs.
No. I'm not blaming the injury on Tibbs. I'm talking about like the depth aspect or the lack of initiators.
Well, the depth aspect. This like I said earlier. This is 2 years in a row. We're talking about what if Brunson is not in the game. This is 2 years in a row.
It's 2 years too many.
It's 2 years too many.
I mean, I felt comfortable with Quickly. I felt comfortable. We don't even have that. So.
Right, we felt comfortable with Quickly until we saw
that he struggles in the playoffs.
Yeah, until we saw Eric Spoelstra versus Emmanuel Quickly, and then we didn't feel comfortable. But you know what? It was too late. Right. What I'm saying is, I think we're looking at like this micro of the roster, and I think we should be looking at the grand picture of the roster. We should be looking at what the roster is going to look like in June, come the February trade deadline, versus what the roster looks like right now, and getting guys to the All-Star game and who's getting minutes and all that stuff.
Right? So get Malcolm Brogdon.
Right. So because the thing about it is in historically done these dynasties historically, Steph Curry's backup was Sean Livingston.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and historically, when you look at
an unsung hero that we really speak about.
Right. And when you look at the San Antonio Spurs, they had a combination of
Patty Mills.
Patty Mills, the dude they traded for Kawhi Leonard. George Hill. Remember George Hill?
Yeah. Livingston was the reason they could go to the death lineup. Remember that?
Right. Livingston wasn't part of the death lineup. It was really Iguodala.
It was
But Iguodala was a gigantic point forward.
But he could.
Draymond that can initiate.
Right, but he could extend it because you would still have a point guard on the floor when Steph was off.
But I'm saying it wasn't the role that you're describing. It did exist, but it existed through Iguodala because Iguodala came off the bench to be the secondary playmaker along with Draymond.
Right,
Livingston wasn't in the death lineup. It was Steph, Clay, Iggy, Draymond, and
Durant.
center.
And Durant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but my thing is, what I'm telling, like AD, and
or
AD,
before Durant, it was Harrison Barnes. My fault.
Right, and so and so what I'm telling AD, and I think AD will agree with me, when Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge came off the floor, their backups were Jerry Seasting and Jim Paxson.
Yes.
And Jim Paxson was an all-star in Portland.
Yes.
He was the reason why the Portland Trailblazers did not draft Michael Jordan. Jim Paxson is the reason, because Jim Paxson made the all-star team, but he was getting his run bust up in practice by the rookie that they drafted the year before Jordan, a dude named Clyde Drexler. And so they were like, yo, what do we need with a third guy to play shooting guard? Maybe we should take a chance on this once in a generation Kristaps Porzingis type guy that couldn't stay healthy in college. Maybe we can keep him healthy in the pros. Right. And so ultimately what I'm saying is with the Lakers, when Magic Johnson came off the floor, Michael Cooper came into the game, a combo guard that could play both positions. But when you look at this Knicks team, when you pull Jalen Brunson off the floor, you don't have a Michael Cooper, you don't have a Vinny the Microwave Johnson, right? You don't have the Boston Strangler, Andrew Toney, right? You don't have an Andrew Toney. You don't have a World Be Free, right? You don't have guys like that, man. You know, that is one of the reasons why the Phoenix Suns and the Portland Trailblazers would get to the playoffs and bump their head. Man, the Miami Heat during the Heatles years used to rotate Norris Cole and the other guy. Remember the other dude? What's the other dude name? Remember the dude that hit the game winner from Kansas against Derrick Rose?
No. He was on the Heat.
Oh no, Jock Vaughn. That was a little while back.
No. Mario Chalmers.
Yeah, even they would rotate. They had a rotation of Chalmers, Cole, and Wade, and a bunch of dudes. Man, they could. Ray Allen. You got to have even Toronto.
Yes.
Even Toronto had depth in their backcourt. People
Absolutely.
forget about Norm Powell. Remember Norm Powell in Toronto?
Yes.
Yeah. So and when you look at the Knicks, where we are, if Jalen Brunson slips on a banana peel, you're talking about your.
We can't even get into an offense,
bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. If Jalen Brunson slips on a banana peel right now with Randle out, you know your backcourt is going to be Grimes, DiVincenzo, and Deuce McBride.
See, that's my problem with them, Freezie. They're not preemptive.
Right.
You understand? Like they don't see it as, you know what? We should have just solidified this, you know.
I mean, we're still the deadline. I still think they're gonna get somebody.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Well, why does it take you this long to make that maneuver? Do you really think they're gonna pull a backup guard here?
No.
I don't.
I do.
No, because to be honest with you, smart money would have done it out of training camp, right? That's what smart money would have done, right? Smart money, you do it out of training camp. You go get a guy, and it didn't have to be a sexy name. It could have been just a guy that's dependable, that can hold it down while guys get a breather, right? And every once in a while, every 2 months or so, he'll go off for a bunch of points, right? Every 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks, he'll get hot. Like how the fifth guard and Gary Neal. Y'all remember Gary Neal from San Antonio?
Yes.
He was never initiated. He was Chuck.
Well, yeah, and they played him and I want to say
Jonathan
Corey Joseph.
Simmons.
Was it Corey Joseph?
Corey Joseph did come off their bench, but it was they also had like Jonathan Simmons at the time. If you recall.
And so that's what I'm saying with the Knicks. I think as Knicks fans, our fear shouldn't be fear, right? Our fear should be lack of preparation. Like we shouldn't just be out here being scared of everything, like scared of boogeyman or nothing like that. I'm thinking that the Knicks right now, you don't see, and no disrespect to Deuce McBride because he's coming along, developing just like young players do, right? Just like young players do. But the timelines don't match, right? Are you going to develop a young team or are you going to try to go for this championship? Right. The thing we don't want to see is say we're in a 4 or 5 matchup against Milwaukee. Do you really want to see Doc Rivers versus Deuce McBride? No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
No, if they go up 3-2, I would. Deuce probably likely to drop 40.
No,
for some reason against Glenn Rivers.
Let me tell you something. I was feeling so bad when the Knicks did not get Rozier, right? Me and Freezie even spoke about it, right? But later on that day, or I think that next day, when I heard that Milwaukee hired Doc Rivers, it put such a smile on my face. Oh my God! I was like, yes! You mean like we could play against Doc in a first or a second or, dear God, an Eastern Conference Finals? By all means.
Right. And so, so what I'm getting at is and I know Deuce McBride is a fan of the channel. I get that, right? I know Quentin Grimes is not. I get that too. Whatever. I don't care. What I'm saying is this. You have to have, if you have a young guard like Brunson, and Brunson is a young guard for those that think Brunson's a vet and all that stuff. Nah, Brunson's only had his own team for a year and a half, right? A year and a half. The 4 years prior to that, he was a secondary ball handler, playmaker on a team that may have the greatest offensive player the league has ever seen, right?
He just started one of those years.
Yeah, he was just so the thing is, with a year and a half of experience, you can't really, trust that guy. So
who's that, Kyrie?
Yeah,
Luka Doncic
so what I'm saying is I think the Knicks need to go out and get a big combo veteran point guard, right?
So Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, if you have to overpay for him, but you got to bring him in and have him be the stabilizing force, because there gonna be some nights in March where you have 2 games in 6 days. And it just makes sense to sit Brunson for those 2 games so he can rest 6 days straight. It's just going to make sense on your schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to be.
Tibbs ain't doing that.
You're going to have a game on a Thursday and then a game on a Monday, right? And then a game on a Wednesday. It would make sense for him to miss that middle game and just rest in that whole stretch.
I asked you this question though, Freezie. When have you seen the injury report say rest for a Tibbs player?
Yeah, I understand. I understand, but what I'm saying is this: we can't use the body in the trunk model for this team, because this team is different from any team that Tibbs has ever coached, right? And I know people want to compare it to Chicago. It's not Chicago, right? Because this team can legit shoot teams out of the gym. Those Chicago teams could not. They depended on one guy to generate offense.
Hey, Freezie,
this team during stretches can legit weaponize the 3 ball, right? Those Chicago teams, if they ever got down by 12, the game was over. This team, if the Knicks get down by 10 or 12, they can shoot their way into the lead and shoot their way into a big lead. And so ultimately, Coach, what I'm saying is this. I feel like you have to go get the guy. You have to go get the guy to preserve Brunson, right? Because you see what happened when you couldn't preserve Randle, right? I think I was talking to AD about it earlier. I was making the point that so many Knicks are getting hurt underneath the rim that you're gonna have to start preserving guys, right? When you look at Mitch hurt underneath the rim, Hartenstein hurt by the rim, Grimes hurt in Atlanta on a sprained wrist under the rim, Randle under the rim. We got to start trying to preserve guys to get them to the playoffs, because there's no need in getting to the playoffs if your team is, if the gaslight is on and everybody is hurt.
Freezie, I think you called it. I don't know if you memorized the schedule, but from March 23rd, 25th, 27th, and 29th, we play the Nets, Pistons, Raptors, and Spurs. We got a nice 4-game stretch there. We can rest some guys.
Yeah.
Because those 4 teams are on the bottom. But I think having, doing it only for the reason for in case tragedy happens, of course, hindsight's 2020. It's always nice to have that. But just think what you'd have, because the playoffs are another season. The postseason's a whole nother season.
It's a different style of play.
If you're winning, it's you're getting everybody's best. Everyone's playing hard, and like we all know, a 7-game series against 2 juggernauts. There's a lot of drama that happens in these games where you might miss a guy for a game or 2 in the series. And we might need a guy, Right. So not only do we need it in case some tragedy happens, we need it just for, those moments in the game where someone's banged up or they got cramp or something. There's all kinds of things that could happen.
Yeah.
Get poked in the eye.
Right. I will also say, go get these guys so nobody else can get them.
Yeah.
Because think about, do we want to see an Orlando team that gets Brogdon and DeJounte Murray? No.
Hell no.
Do you want to see that Philly team that gets Zach LaVine and now they have LaVine, Maxey, Harris, and Embiid? No, you don't want to see that.
I don't want to see it. But I'm gonna say, like, the trade market has gotten so bad for LaVine right now. Like, they're looking at it like the Bulls can only get like salary dumps from him. Like, they can't even get anything of value. It's kind of bad considering his actual talent is much higher than that. But teams are so afraid of his contract.
I don't think I don't even think it's that, bro. I think we got to call it what it is. The Chicago Bulls are a terrible franchise. Can we just call it for what it is? Would you swap front offices with them?
SB Sports, if you're listening, shout out to you.
Coach, would you trade Leon Rose and Worldwide West for AK?
Hell no.
Right, we got to call it what. Would you, bro? Zach LaVine in Chicago. To me, I feel so sorry for dudes like that, bro. I feel so sorry for Anthony Simons and dudes like that, bro. Where you have like the requisite NBA talent, and every 2 years, either the coach is getting fired or the front office is getting fired. One or the other. Like, there's some kind of music where there's no continuity, where you never go to work and feel safe.
Yeah, but Freezie, to be fair, Zach LaVine in Chicago, he never really galvanized that situation, right? And You know how you know it's that? The moment DeRozan got over there, he knocked him off the stage.
Mm.
The moment DeRozan got there, you don't even remember. As far as his importance, DeRozan, when they signed DeRozan that year, I don't think they realized how good DeRozan still was, and he immediately became the man over there. If Ball doesn't get hurt, this is a whole nother conversation.
I got a question, AD. Well, to add on to that, I can almost liken Levine's experience as basically the SGA trade before the SGA trade, where he got to an organization that was in a rebuild mode, and he had free reign and opportunity to grow and develop. Same way SGA got traded for a superstar, right?
See, that's not the same. That's not.
Hold on, they both got traded for a superstar to a team that wanted to rebuild.
See, I'm saying
behind him and pay him.
Nah, but see, that's not the same. It would be the same. Okay, it would be the same if this. It would be the same as if when Levine got traded to Chicago, right? They brought in somebody in the backcourt, an all-time great, to be with him, right? If they brought in when they traded for Zach LaVine, if they had brought in Klay Thompson, an all-time great with him, because the thing is SGA as a rookie, him and we forget the backcourt of SGA and Landry Shamet with the Clippers.
SGA only averaged like
trash.
10 points. Yeah, he only averaged like 10 points.
They look trash,
but they should. But they knew like he had some potential, but they basically viewed him as like.
They looked at him. They was like, well, "He's too slow. He can't take you off the dribble." These are all the things that's the reason why they drafted the Jerome whatever with him. They was like, "Yo, he's too slow. He's indecisive. At his size, we don't know if he can beat NBA guards off the dribble, right?" So they trade him to OKC and with Chris Paul, and all of a sudden, Chris Paul and Dennis Schroeder are teaching this dude how to play point guard. In the Zach LaVine case, do you know who the backcourt was? Coach, I'm gonna make you laugh when I say these two names, right? The 2 point guards that were there with Zach LaVine, Tomas Satoransky and Ryan Arcidiacono.
No, you're missing one. Chris Dunn.
Oh my God, bro! You see what I'm saying? But
they removed those guys, and then
they was not there. To be fair to them, they was not there for that long. Like I said, Zach, all those things are fair, Freezie.
I understand what you're saying.
But I 100%. But he let another dude come from out of town and just kind of eased him off to the side. That's just facts. DeMar DeRozan just DeMar DeRozan just kind of came in there and just kind of took over that situation for like a seat for like one solid season. Chicago looked like something. They looked like they had pulled, the right maneuvers that off season with Rosen and Ball, and they had traded for the big from out of Orlando. They actually looked like they were getting some things right, and then they actually looked like they had a plan. And then you can't count on injuries, but even in that time, Zach wasn't getting catastrophic injuries. Zach was just kind of like there. He wasn't that guy. He's kind of like Vince Carter light.
That's why I disagree with y'all at, right? Because I'm gonna ask y'all this: who was the coach there before Billy Donovan?
Boylan's.
Right. And who was the coach there before Jim Boylan?
He's a college coach now, clean cut white dude.
The mayor, Hoiberg. Come on.
Yeah, Hoiberg, Fred Hoiberg.
Freddie.
Yeah, and so when I'm ultimately
Iowa State.
Yeah, and so ultimately what I'm getting at is, when we point the finger at the player because it looks like the finished product, I'm pointing the finger at the organization botching it up, right? Because some.
That's how they got Acme in there in the first place.
Do you think Zach LaVine is a winning ball player?
I think, and if he's put in the right situation,
has he been in a winning combination of players?
Because AD, we had the old timers used to have the same conversation about Mark Aguirre, and guess what? Mark Aguirre has that Patrick Ewing does not.
You can say that about Devin Booker before. Gosh. Remember, people were like, Devin Booker dropped 70 and lost, and he's a losing basketball player. He ain't really impactful. And then Chris Paul and some structure came around him.
Okay, let me rephrase my question. Does Zach LaVine give off passion to you?
That he cares?
Yeah. Do you get the feeling like, you know what, Zach coming to bust ass every night?
I don't want to have this conversation, bro. This is like a hour-long conversation. Yeah, this is a straw man in the win argument.
But you know the answer.
This argument, Coach, this is like the setup for the quicksand argument where you just feel like you wish you never heard it before. Right, it's one of them things like, yo, give me 10 Josh Harts over 1 Zach LaVine, and I'll go to battle any day, and you'll lose every day. Every day, you will get your ass cut.
I just don't know how NBA fans can watch a game and just be that clairvoyant to know what's in someone's head by their
or in their heart.
Body language. I can't stand that.
Like, I was gonna say
all these Randle haters the last 3 years saying how he don't give a shit.
I was gonna say
how he's this and he's that. He ain't a dog. He ain't whatever.
SGA average is like 32 right now, and you can tell. You couldn't tell by his face what's going on in the game at any given moment.
Yeah.
Because I guess some guys are just, I don't know.
They program not to do that. That's the thing now. They program not to be that.
Not to be emotional.
Yeah.
Or a quote unquote dog.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get, because some people get clowned for being like guys like Patrick Beverly. Because they put so much into it, they get clowned for.
And that's why the game is in the state. And that's why the game is in the state where it is now.
Right.
I almost wish he wasn't such a prolific dunker at one time, because everyone like puts that in their head. Like guys that usually guys like that, they've been the man their whole life. Like he's been the baddest dude in the gym forever.
If you make it to the NBA, you've been the baddest dude for a long time,
right?
Before you got to the NBA.
But I'm saying, like he had NBA guys looking at him like, "Whoa," when he was winning the dunk contest and all that. Like, you don't just go do that. Now, and I know there's some dunk specialists, and the James Whites and all that stuff. But he had
Evans.
He had a game too. He has game too.
Coach, you ever had to? I don't know if you ever played sports, right? But ever since I was a little kid, I used to be nice off the hands, like go to the gym and win all these little medals and stuff. Like at my mom's house, I got all these little medals and stuff where we used to box when we was kids and all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everywhere we go, dudes be like, "Yo, big man, I'll put these hands." I'll be like, "Okay, all right, man. I'll just meet you outside, bro. I'm gonna take my glasses off and let my mama hold my glasses." You know what I'm saying? All these different things, right? Like every level you go to, bro. It's like when you're good and you constantly ascend to these other levels and you're the best at every level that you get to, bro. You can't tell, bro. There's a different feeling in you. Like, bro, it don't matter if Josh Hart dove for a loose ball, bro. Anthony Edwards is still better. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of those things like if you go to a dojo, the trainer is not going to be excited that he's executing breaking bricks and stuff. Like he does it all the time. What's the like?
Some guys are just.
I was gonna say like
it's their alphas, man. It's like they're.
But it's because it's reinforced. You keep going places and you keep wind up being the best.
I was gonna say, like, guys like Patrick Beverly, like, he's an outlier because, like, Patrick Beverly in high school averaged 38 points per game in Chicago.
Right.
He played for the under-19 Team USA team with like Steph Curry on it.
Right.
Like, and he still plays with a passion that doesn't make any sense. And he's a role player. He's not even a star.
Right.
And he had to figure out a way to motivate himself and find ways to have a fire. When you're talking about like a guy like Zach LaVine that can wake up and get 25, it's hard. Like, the motivation may not be what you think it is for a guy like him.
Right. So, like, for me, I don't think it's that he don't have the. I think we're mistaking his lack of passion. It's frustration.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like, we had a guy on our team that had that same look quite a bit. Because he was
probably the most
frustrated as
talented guy on your team too.
He's like frustrated as hell.
Hey, Coach, you ever been to, like, as a high schooler, you ever like visited a college or something, and like all the high school kids are there, and they look and he's like, man, I'm fast, man. I run a 4.55, and then all of y'all line up the race and you just blow them out the door. It's like, oh snap,
yeah,
Cat can get it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I think. I think with it, and then the other thing too is some dudes are so talented. And they make stuff look so easy and effortless. People think they're not trying.
Right.
Like Randy Moss versus Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice worked so hard to do all these things, and Randy Moss just like, yo, I forgot to play. Just chunk it, Dante.
He can wake up and be like,
crust in his eye.
Yeah.
And still go get the ball.
That's fine. But some dudes are just not winning ball players that you would not want on your team, even with their lofty numbers. I could pick out a lot of guys over the years in basketball that has great numbers.
Like Josh Hart,
and their teams are crappy.
Josh Hart is one of them.
Yeah, but you're picking on low hanging fruit.
No,
you see, you're picking on Josh Hart. It's easy to pick on Josh. It's easy to pick on Josh Hart. He's not up that upper echelon player.
Right. I don't seek out glory, bro. I'm not a mental midget, bro. I'm not picking on Josh Hart. Josh Hart is an example of a hustle player. I heard you utter those words across your lips.
Absolutely.
You said it, and then
I would never compare him with the upper echelon player. I'm not comparing him
a hustle player.
But I'm not comparing him with Anthony Edwards. That's crazy to me. Who's comparing him with Anthony Edwards?
Right. It's crazy because when you say Zach LaVine, you say Zach LaVine's not a winning player. We don't.
Zach LaVine has never been a winning. He's never been a winning player.
And when I said, what is Josh Hart winning in the NBA? Josh Hart hadn't made the playoffs until he became a Knick in 8 seasons.
They said Randle wasn't a winning player either.
And when was that? And when was that? And when was Zach LaVine touring the playoffs exactly?
Bro, okay. So are we talking about Josh Hart?
Oh, okay.
LaVine? We're talking about, because if we're talking about if we're just gonna say Zach LaVine stuff, then we'll leave Josh Hart out of it. But if we're talking about the Josh Hart stuff, we can't be moving the goalposts, bro. Like, what about that play? What about that play? If we're talking about Josh Hart did not make the playoffs until he got here. Those are facts, right? And to say Josh Hart is a winner and he hustles and all that stuff, and he had to piggyback a playoff. Come on, bro. We got to keep things in perspective, bro. And then there were players around the league that are trash that make the playoffs every year. Like I'm not trading Josh Hart for Sam Howell. Right? I'm not trading Jericho Sims for Luke Cornett. Luke Cornett used to be a Knick. Dudes make the playoffs on rosters, and we give them credit. We check off certain boxes because they made the playoffs, man. Nah, man, because they winning players. Nah, man, come on, bro. Coach, you got that look on your face like you ready to put your cleats on and run the 40.
Man, it'd be the last time I ever run. I'll probably
you better
snap an Achilles.
Man, just don't be farting while you running, bro, because I'm gonna laugh.
That's the only way I'm gonna get
I got
that.
mucus built up too. I'm in here coughing.
That's the only way I'm gonna get that speed boost.
Oh, turbo. So you hitting the turbo button? You gonna hit the gas at the rail?
Shoot, man, the last time I sprinted as fast as I can,
Coach, I ran the other day. I sprinted behind Benny. He was trying to chase my neighbor who was taking her groceries in the house. And I ran down there, man. And by the time I got to her mailbox, man, I was coughing so bad I spit up a loot. That thing was. Yeah, man. Yo, what do you call it when the back of your legs be burning?
Old as hell.
Old as hell, yeah. Yeah.
No, you get them, you see them sparkles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The oxygen deficit leading to are you okay with getting Malcolm Brogdon?
I mean, he was one of them plan B guys for me. I mean, I'm worried about his. I guess the selfish part of me was just expecting more, like someone a little younger, someone that we would keep and grow with the team. But I'm not that Brogdon's washed up. I mean, he's only 31, but he has been a little injury prone. That worries me a little bit.
Right.
And I don't know if he's as good as a ball handler and team facilitator as people
and half court
claim him to be.
Half court.
That brother just dropped 37 and 7.
Who did?
Brogdon.
Okay.
Did he?
Like last week, he dropped like 30 when he started because they didn't have starters.
How about Dinwiddie?
He's washed. He's actually like objectively terrible right now.
He might be someone that would.
If it was Dinwiddie last year, cool. Or the year before that, especially the year before last.
I think Dinwiddie
terrible this year. Actually terrible.
Had grown accustomed to some success for a couple of years. And
his ego is bigger than what his
he's in that little frustration situation himself. It might be refreshing for him to go to a new situation.
Right.
I'll put it this way. He's shooting 39% from the field, 32 from 3 on 30 minutes a game. Last year, he shot 29% from 3 and 40 from the field on 35 minutes. Like, I guess if he was a backup, he wouldn't be bad, but he's just not very good.
I guess for me,
like right now, he's just not.
For someone to be a backup, it's got to be someone that's efficient, though. So that's the only reason why I wouldn't want him.
I mean, maybe he'd be efficient against backups, but he hasn't been very.
Well, that's what he is now. I mean, he can't even.
As soon as the Mavs traded him, like his efficiency fell off. But you got to remember, when you're playing with the Mavs, like if you look at all his stats throughout his career, his spikes in his stats, his spikes are when he plays next to Luka, and then when he's without Luka, you see what his numbers look like in an offense that doesn't have objectively one of the greatest offensive players ever, even right now. So
I don't mind Deuce being in the rotation as far as being an off ball.
Spencer Dinwiddie can still orchestrate though. At least at the bare minimum he can do that. Whereas Deuce, he gets like a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
When a team like presents like pick and roll defense, Like when he started passing the ball to Precious Achua in the pick and roll,
Yeah.
expecting Precious to do something. Precious Achua, like that pick and roll made Kevin Love look like a rim protector.
Yeah. I just got what I'm gonna throw out this last name, man. If I get out of here, man, and go watch some Gunsmoke or something. D'Angelo Russell, I think, should be considered.
Yeah, so funny. I swear on my other window, I had open. I was looking at him, but man, he's tearing it up right now.
Yeah.
They're still going to trade him, regardless of if he's tearing it up or not. They're going to trade him. But the only way you get D'Angelo Russell is if it's in a 3-teamer where DeJounte goes to the Lakers because they want him bad.
Yeah.
They want him real bad.
No way Thibodeau comes back is going to allow you to bring in that dude.
Right.
To sacrifice that kind of defense in the playoffs, he is, and I've always liked him, but he is Olay.
I'm inclined to agree. But
let's get Jared Vanderbilt.
Now that would be interesting.
You must hate spacing.
Yeah, and you must, and his playoff, he's not gonna earn his. Bro, come on, man. They had to sit him in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, but to Dre's point, it's a matchup thing, and in some matchups he's gonna be because he is such an active body.
He can defend, man.
Some matchups you can live with it, and some you can't.
And some you can't. And he's like quintessential to that, but he's interesting. I would definitely be interested.
You gotta look at it from a perspective of like Tibbs though. Like Tibbs will use his same lineup no matter who his opponent is, and you will not pivot.
He's
from
a defensive guy.
No, I'm understanding that. I'm understanding that 100%, Coach. But it's like it's this one thing where it's like if you're gonna give Tibbs a guy, he's gonna use him how he sees fit, and he's not gonna deviate from it. So even if it's not working, he's just gonna keep using it in the same way.
Do it harder.
Yeah, and it's just like from series to series, it can work. But if you're coming into another series, like for instance, we were starting Quentin Grimes. I'm not talking about Quentin Grimes this year. I'm talking about Quentin Grimes last year. We were starting Quentin Grimes. The whole first round, he gets hurt, and then he just leaves Josh Hart and start a lineup. And the Heat just decide to sag off for Josh Hart. And that made it harder for Randle and Brunson in the half.
That's why I think Grimes is gone, bro. Just one thing real quick, and I'm going to get out of here, man. But I think that's why Grimes is gone. Because that Cleveland series, Grimes just showed up for work with an injury from out of nowhere.
And missed 2 games.
Yeah, you got a shoulder injury. A shoulder injury? Where did this come from? And I was trying to unlock my car, and
I mean, when you fight over screens like that, you bound to knock something loose in your arm, bro. Like Tibbs was using him as a battering ram on all screens.
But the point I'm getting at is if it happened, you got to let somebody know and get treatment, right? In the playoffs, you can't be like, nah, I'm all right. Nah, man, I'm all right. I'm gonna shake it. Nah, bro. In the playoffs, where there is no margin for error, that's why I'm saying. That's why when people be talking to me about Josh Hart in the playoffs, I laugh because I saw Josh Hart and Obi Toppin switch, right? And Josh Hart pushed Obi Toppin out onto Karis LeVert in game 2, I think. And he took Evan Mobley. And you're like, Josh Hart, what
Evan Mobley put him in the rim.
And you're like, Josh Hart, what are you doing? That's the most numbskull play ever. Even if you do have Hart, Evan Mobley is a top 2 pick at 6'11". What are you doing? And why are you going to try to put Obi on defensively on the perimeter against a slick ball handling guard? I get the whole deputy dog thing. Coach, you remember the old deputy dog, the little puppy with all the courage? Remember him? or whatever it is. I get that. I get the scrappy do thing, bro. But nah, not in the playoffs, bro. Dre, you remember when he switched onto Bam Adebayo and sent Obi out there on Jimmy Butler?
And Bam like did a drop step and dunked it. Like
drop step and dunked it, and they laughed. They were laughing in our face. Bro, people can't sell me on this Josh Hart high IQ thing, bro. They just can't.
I mean, hustle will win you a lot of games in the regular season. That's my thing. And like he got to be viewed as situational for depending on matchups in the postseason because everybody's hustling in the postseason. Like we went against the Heat. They had a bunch of hustling ass players, but all of them all shot threes.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
like Max Strus was hustling the entire time.
The whole time.
The point guard that they had was hustling the entire time. Gabe Vincent.
What was their three numbers again for the series?
They shot like 40%. Like all of them did. Damn near.
Yeah. They were
and most of that part of that was we kept double teaming Jimmy Butler and he was just spraying it out to shooters.
And then the most important 3-pointer of the series is the one Josh Hart gave up to Caleb, whatever his name, Caleb Martin.
In the corner?
No, at the top of the key. Remember at the top of the key, they kicked it out to him. Josh Hart looked at him and was like, nah, he can't shoot. And Josh Hart went to rebound and left that man wide open. And that man nailed that shot and put them up by 4. And they put them up by, we were down by, okay. So Obi went to the free throw line to make 2 free throws. Obi missed the first one. He was shook. He's scared. Now, he should know there's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't halfway. Obi know that there's no such things as halfway crooks, man. He had the free throw line shaking like crazy and get the second one to go in. We down by 1, come back. Caleb Martin hit the 3, and Josh Hart faced. They up by 4, and the game is basically over. We have to scratch and climb from there. So people can't tell you can't tell me about
that's a lot of missing parts that there, but we're gonna allow you your soliloquy because it's getting late. It's getting late, and your memory, your memories is a bit foggy. But
the truth.
We get it. We get it.
It's because it's the truth. Because I already played the clip on the channel about 10 times. Yeah.
Toppin may be the answer. Shout out to Kerwin Nixon for the idea.
So we took.
Let's go with
those second round picks.
Let's give him.
Jacob Toppin is lining up the G League.
Give him a look.
Is he not injured?
No, I don't think so.
I thought I saw him on an injury report against Miami. I think I did. Him and somebody else. Something we had. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, everybody. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man.
Peace.
Hey, thank y'all, man. Everybody for hanging out with us for so long, man. We'll try to do better tomorrow.